we would like to welcome you once again to the Laurel Highlands football game here at Mustang Field tonight with Atlantic Broadband Cable in cooperation with the South Union Township Supervisors. We present the South Union Township Sports Network. Tonight via tape delay from the home of the Mustangs. It's the Mustangs versus the Albert Gallatin Colonials on senior night. Hello, everybody. This is Gary Frankhauser along with Rick Frank and Jerry Dupay. We welcome you aboard for tonight's WPIAL AAA football game. The South Union Township Sports Network coverage is brought to you as a joint cooperative venture featuring Township Supervisors Bob Schiffbauer, Rick Vernon, and Jason Scott, Atlantic Broadband Cable, Armstrong Cable, and CUTV with J.R. Wheeler and Gary Smith. Once again, this is Gary Frankhauser, along with Rick Frank and Jerry Dupay. We'll be right back with the starting lineups after these messages.
Ted Sova Body and Fender Repair, LLC, is proud to be a sponsor of the South Union Township Sports Network. They have been serving the area with quality work and integrity for more than 40 years, and they would like to again thank their past customers and look forward to serving new customers as well. Ted Sova Body and Fender Repair, LLC, works with all insurance companies and provides assistance with car rental arrangements that coordinate with the auto repair work. The rental company will meet with you at our facility to accommodate your rental needs. As a member of the DuPont Assurance of Quality program, our refinishes are guaranteed and all repairs have a lifetime warranty as long as the customer owns the vehicle. Ted Sova Body and Fender Repair, LLC, clearly recognizes and understands the current and ever-changing atmosphere that exists in today's collision repair and insurance industries. So please contact Ted Sova Body and Fender Repair, LLC, located at Atlas Road in Hopwood. That's Ted Sova Body and Fender Repair, LLC, offering complete collision service for both domestic and foreign vehicles for more than 40 years. For more information, please stop by or call us at 724-437-2351. We care about the environment. We've always been an eco-friendly facility, and we are currently going through the process of being recognized by the U.S. EPA's Design for the Environment program.
For all of your auto body needs, come to Ted Sova Body and Fender Repair, because there is a difference.
So please contact Ted Sova Body and Fender Repair, LLC, located at Atlas Road in Hopwood. That's Ted Sova Body and Fender Repair, LLC, offering complete collision service for both domestic and foreign vehicles for more than 40 years. For more information, please stop by or call us at 724-437-2351.
Here's your starters for the Albert Gallatin Colonials under head coach Joe Embacher. Starting at quarterback, number 11, Hunter Moody. At one of the running backs, number 13, Joey Embacher. Also in there at running back, number 42, Damon Tolbert. Also seeing action will be number 40, Cruz White. At wide receiver, number 2, Devin Carney. Across that offensive line at left tackle, number 50, Clayton Jenkins. Number 54, Colin McNeish at center. Number 53, Dustin Colbank. One of the tackles, number 63, Hunter Matthews. And at guard, number 77, Trey Cavalier. Also in that backfield, you'll see number 43, Jacob Nace. On the defensive side, in the defensive backfield, number 2, Devin Carney. Also number 13, Joey Embacher. And number 15, Tavion Mosey. Also at cornerback, number 28, Willie Himes. At linebacker, number 42, Damon Tolbert. Also at linebacker, number 43, Jacob Nace. At defensive end, number 53, Dustin Colbank. Also at defensive end, number 63, Hunter Matthews. At defensive tackle, number 70, Chris Bartuch. And at the other defensive tackle, number 75, Corey Dawson. I think I missed one of the linebackers, and that is number 86, Alex Stoy. We'll be back with the starters for Laurel Highlands right after this on the South Union Township Sports Network. The Uniontown Chiropractic Center is proud to help sponsor the Laurel Highlands athletic teams and its staff. The center is celebrating its 30th year anniversary under the direction of Dr. Garrett Breakiron. The staff is comprised of Dr. Kurt Sturdivant, Dr. Gregory Hogan, and 7 chiropractic assistants. The Uniontown Chiropractic Center offers in-house x-ray, multiple therapy procedures, and massage, as well as a 4,000 square foot exercise rehabilitation area. The center not only treats spinal conditions, but performs therapy and exercise rehabilitation for post-surgical hip, knee, and shoulder conditions. Appointments can be made by calling 724-437-1910, Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. till 7 p.m. and Saturday 8 a.m. to 12 noon. Dr. Breakiron and his staff would like to recognize the outstanding work that John Kazarik has provided for the past 25 years as the voice of the Mustangs. Here's your starters for the Laurel Highlands Mustangs. On offense, the familiar backfield. At quarterback, the senior, number 11, Jimmy Pierce. Also in that backfield, Lucas Boyle, along with Christian Jones. You'll also see Jarvis Cruz. And one of the wideouts will be Chad Livingston. Along that offensive line, you're going to see Max Suchovitz, along with Logan Miller, Dylan Groh at center, Cody Christopher, Hunter Scott, and Nick Campbell will be playing that tight end, wideout receiver also for the Mustangs. On the defensive side, a little mix-up by Coach Just has Keyshawn Ramsey moving in at nose tackle. At defensive tackles, Cody Christopher and Dakota Makita. The linebackers will be Petrus, Eisler, Boyle, and Pierce. And in that backfield, also Campbell in there, linebacker, Sloboda, Cruz, and Livingston in the defensive backfield. Those are your starters. It's senior night. Win and you're in for the Mustangs, trying to make that possible playoff appearance here in Big Ten Conference action, AAA football game here at the Mustang Field. And we're going to be back with the coin toss and the opening kick here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Central Cab Coach USA has been providing the highest quality motor coach charter and tour service to our community for over 39 years. Under the leadership of Dave Mansberry, President and General Manager, our experienced and professional drivers log over 3 million miles per year in our fleet of 57 modern motor coaches. Each coach offers plush interior with reclining seats, DVD players, and are all air-conditioned and restroom equipped. Central Cab is proud of their excellent safety record and has been awarded the highest rating from the United States military and federal Department of Transportation. Central Cab Company is the exclusive transportation provider for the athletic programs at West Virginia University, W&J College, Waynesboro University, and Marshall University, as well as the Washington Wild Things. Central Cab Tours can also plan your vacation. Call today to receive a copy of our tour brochure with 53 tours ranging from day trips to Pittsburgh to a 9-day cross-country excursion, you are sure to find the perfect getaway. Don't forget to race to the back of our tour brochure for a look at the exciting NASCAR tours we offer. Central Cab Tours can also customize a group tour package for your organization or help with your fundraising goals. Call our staff to learn more. Remember, Central Cab Company will focus on the details so you can focus on the fun.
Good luck to the Mustangs from the South Union Township Supervisors, Rick Vernon, Jason Scott, and Robert Schiffbar.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the campus of Laurel Highlands Senior High School at Mustang Field, where tonight the Mustangs of Laurel Highlands is hosting the Colonials of Upper Gallatin in a section football game. Ladies and gentlemen, it is also senior night here at Laurel Highlands. We'd ask if you would please direct your attention down to the 50-yard line as we're going to meet tonight's seniors. First of all, the seniors for the football team. Number 22, Lucas Boyle. Lucas is being escorted by his parents, Suzanne and William Boyle. His school activities is baseball, junior achievement, and yearbook. His extracurricular activities is Legion Baseball. His future plans is to attend college and pursue a degree in physical therapy. Ladies and gentlemen, Lucas Boyle. Our next senior is Nick Campbell. Number 84 is being escorted by his parents, Daniel and Donna Campbell. His extracurricular activities is fishing and hunting. His future plans is to help his father expand their company. Ladies and gentlemen, Nick Campbell. Our next senior is number 9, Jarvis Anthony Cruz. Being escorted by his parents, Jeffrey and Lisa Cruz. His school activities is the Laurel Highlands track team. His future plans is to attend the college, play football, and get a master's degree. Ladies and gentlemen, Jarvis Cruz. Our next senior is Dylan Grow, number 65. Being escorted by his parents, his father Tim Grow, and his mom Christy, and stepdad Jason Ashton. His awards is the first team all-conference guard, member of the Kennywood preseason all-star team. His extracurricular activities is hunting and wrestling. His future plans is to attend college. Ladies and gentlemen, Dylan Grow. Our next senior is number 28, Brandon Eisler. Brandon's being escorted by his parents, Nicole and James Eisler, and brother James. School activities, a member of the Laurel Highlands wrestling team. His extracurricular activities is hunting and fishing. And his future plans is to play football in college. Ladies and gentlemen, Brandon Eisler. Our next senior is number 10, Christian Jones. Christian is being escorted by his mother, Dina Jones, and grandmother, Janet Jones, and his father, Michael Hicks. School activities is the Laurel Highlands track and field team. His extracurricular activities is church league basketball, and he's employed with Just Simply Clean. His future plans is to attend college and go on to earn an MBA. Ladies and gentlemen, Christian Jones. Our next senior is number 25, Chad Livingston. Chad is being escorted by his parents, Chad and Serena Livingston, and brother Trent. His school activities, Laurel Highlands Track and Field, SAD Club, Interact Club, Junior Achievement, National Honor Society, Academy of Hospitality and Tourism, a member of awards of All Conference Wide Receiver, All County Wide Receiver, Fayette County Field MVP. Second place in WPIAL high jump. Third place in state high jump. Centennial Chevrolet Scholar Athlete. He also enjoys hunting, fishing, and snowboarding, and he's a member of Cove Run Youth Group. His future plans to attend college and either play football or track and field while earning a degree in architectural engineering. Ladies and gentlemen, Chad Livingston. Our next senior is number 20, Zach Metler. Zach is being escorted by his parents, Michelle and Terry Goddard, and his sister, Brittany. School activities is wrestling and track. Extracurricular activities is snowboarding and hunting. His future plans is to go on to college and earn an engineering degree. Ladies and gentlemen, Zach Metler. Our next senior is number 75, Logan Miller. Logan's being escorted by his parents, Art and Kim Miller, and his sister, Lindsay. He is a Powerpuff football coach here at Laurel Highlands. His extracurricular activities is a ski instructor. His future plans is to be a Pennsylvania State Police officer after attending California University, majoring in criminal justice. Ladies and gentlemen, Logan Miller. Our next senior is number 11, Jimmy Pierce. Jimmy is being escorted by his parents, Jim and Michelle Pierce. School activities is a member of the National Honor Society. He's a class of 2016 vice president, member of the Academy of Hospitality and Tourism, varsity football team captain his junior and senior years, yearbook staff member his junior year. His award is high honor, and he's a member of the Chamber of Commerce Student of the Month. He's a 2015 MSA Kennywood preseason all-star team member, 2014 Herald Standard All-Area Big School Player of the Year, First Team All-Conference, and All-County Team. He's also a member of the Laurel Highlands wrestling team, and his future plans is to continue playing football in college and pursue a degree in criminal justice and hopes to become a state trooper. Ladies and gentlemen, Jimmy Pierce. Our next senior is number 33, Hunter Sloboda. He's being escorted by his parents, Randy and Tracy Sloboda. His school activities is ski club, the track team, and National Honor Society. His awards is also the National Honor Society member. His extracurricular activities is track team and the ski club. His future plans is to attend college and major in business. Ladies and gentlemen, Hunter Sloboda. Our final football member is number 76, Matt Sutovitz. He is being escorted by his parents Tony and Dewey Green and sister Addison. School activities is National Honor Society, Junior Achievement, SAD, Interact Club, Math Team, Quiz Team, and 4.0 Club. His extracurricular activities, member of the Laurel Highlands Track and Field Team, and his future plans is to attend Penn State University and study in engineering. Ladies and gentlemen, Max Suchovitz. And now, ladies and gentlemen, our marching band.
Centers for Rehab Services, CRS, a part of UPMC and the Center for Sports Medicine, is a proud sponsor of the South Union Township Sports Network and its coverage of area youth sports. Make Centers for Rehab Services your choice for all of your physical and occupational therapy needs. CRS, located at 160 Wayland Smith Drive, provides physical therapy, occupational therapy, work injury programs, and hand therapy. Valuing patient satisfaction is one of their highest priorities. Centers for Rehab Services offers a patient-centered environment where each patient has an individualized treatment plan developed for their specific needs. They are experts in helping you recover from injuries, increase strength, and build endurance. CRS professionals have become highly skilled through a strong commitment to continuing education and advanced certifications to ensure the most cutting-edge and cost-effective treatment for their patients. Jim Burns, a lifetime Uniontown area resident, is a licensed physical therapist and facility director of the Uniontown location, as well as a field faculty instructor for Duquesne University and for the University of Pittsburgh School of Physical Therapy. He invites you to stop by his state-of-the-art location and discuss your rehabilitation needs. Center for Rehab Services is participating with most insurance plans, including all Highmark products, UPMC Health Plan, and Medicare. Available 5 days a week and offering extended hours for patient convenience. Patients are seen within 24 to 48 hours and walk-ins are always welcome. Patients may also be seen through direct access, which does not require a physician's prescription. CRS worked with physicians and other healthcare providers to help you find relief, live your life again, and get you back into the game. For more information, call CRS at 724-437-7500. Where you treat for physical therapy is always your choice, so ask for Centers for Rehab Services. It's your health, it's your choice.
Here we go. Welcome back to Mustang Field, the culmination of the regular season here in the Big Ten Conference, as the Mustangs of Laurel Highlands will be hosting the Albert Gallatin Colonials, headed to midfield for the coin toss. The captains for the Mustangs, number 11, Jimmy Pierce, number 76, Max Suchovich, number 65, Dylan Groh, and number 25, Chad Livingston. For the Colonials, number 63, Hunter Matthews, number 11, Hunter Moody, number 13, Joey Embacher, and number 42, Damon Tolbert. Those are our captains for the coin toss as they get the instructions. And it looks like Albert Gallatin has won the toss and elected to receive, and they will be going left to right on your TV screen wearing the all-white traveling uniforms, and the Mustangs in their familiar red jerseys, white pants, and white helmets, defending the right end zone.
Not much wind out there tonight, Gary. It's a beautiful night, probably about 50 degrees, but wind is not a factor, so defending which goal isn't really a big decision. Maybe superstitious?
That's possible.
My favorite goal, my favorite end zone.
Huge crowd again here at Mustang Field. It's senior night. All of the seniors from the various activities, the football team, the cheerleaders, the band, the cross country, golf, everybody was honored here tonight on senior night. And that just brings out a huge crowd and also a strong contingency from Albert Gallatin.
Right down the road.
Coming here down 119.
The officials tonight, Gary. The referees, Joe Healy. The umpire, Ron Haller. Linesman, Kevin Sirfos. The line judge, Chris Snyder. The field judge, Jerry Petrini. And the side judge, Tom Rice. They'll do a fine job.
As they always do, Cameron Leitza teeing it up for the Mustangs to get things started. Mustangs coming in 4-4, kind of tailing off in the second half of the season, trying to win this last game for a chance to get into the WPIAL playoffs, which will start next week. And Albert Gallatin looking for their first win. Here's the kick, a line drive, Knuckler down to about the 10-yard line, and that's going to get behind the runner down to the 5-yard line. He's going to be pushed out of bounds at about the 13-yard line. That's Joey Embacher, who finally picked it up for Albert Gallatin. That Knuckler just kept rolling and bouncing in odd ways, and he was able to track it down all the way back at the 5-yard line. Bring it out to the 12-yard line, make it to 13, 1st and 10 for Albert Gallatin.
As we said on the radio show, Gary, Laurel Highlands is looking to get a little bit of fire out of their gut after last week's beating by Bell Vernon. They just didn't look like themselves.
Hunter Moody, number 11, the quarterback for Albert Gallatin, and they run a similar offense. And now coming in strong is Pierce, who came in at linebacker, and he hits Moody and picked up by Petrus for the Mustang touchdown. First play of the game. Moody going back, faked the handoff, and did not see Jimmy Pierce. He was blitzing from the left side, outside linebacker. There's a switch up by Coach Joss, bringing Pierce in as linebacker and blitzing on the first play, causing the turnover and the Mustang touchdown by number 45, Chad Petrus. And we've been talking about him all season making tackles. Now he's making touchdowns. Leeds on for the extra point. Little high snap, but put down nicely, and it's up and good. So with just 12 seconds gone here in the first quarter, the Mustangs go out on top, 7-0, and we'll be back with the kickoff here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Tonight's game is being brought to you in part by State Representative Tim Mahoney of the 51st Legislative District. With offices in Uniontown and Chalk Hill, Representative Mahoney is dedicated to providing the best leadership and quality representation to his constituents. He can be reached at 66A Lebanon Avenue in Uniontown, 724-438-6100, and in Chalk Hill at 2925 National Pike, 724-437-2521. Good luck to all of the area teams from State Representative Tim Mahoney of the 51st Legislative District.
We're back and just about ready for the kickoff. The Mustangs strike in a hurry on the first play of the game, just coming from the blind side. Pierce just leveled Moody on the play and shook that ball loose, and coming in to follow up for the touchdown, Chad Petrus, and probably just what the Mustangs needed. And here's another deep kick now by Leitz that's going to be at about the 13-yard line. Embacher again tries to get through, and he's hit at about the 25. Knocked down there by several Mustangs.
Gary, on that drop back by the quarterback, Moody, he opened up a little bit, and Jimmy Pierce had a chance not only to tackle him, but to get his left arm on the ball and knock it loose. One hopper for Petrus.
Beautiful tackle, form tackle there by Jimmy Pierce. So now, AG will try to start again. Now it's going to be Moody keeping it, breaks loose and into the secondary for the Mustangs. Nice 12-yard run that time by Hunter Moody. Had to be brought down by Sloboda and Campbell, along with Cruz coming up to make the tackle for the Mustangs. Pickup of 12. That'll be a first down and 10 at the 38-yard line. Make it the 37. Now they push it back to the 36-yard line, so good first down pickup. Moody in the pistol, looking similar to the Mustangs. He's going to keep it again, follow his blockers off left side, and the Mustangs are there this time. Gang tackling. Bottom of that pile looked like number 5 for the Mustangs, Makita. And a pickup of about 2 on the play, 2nd and 8. Moody just fakes it off tackle, much like we've seen Jimmy Pierce do all season. Just keeps it off that left tackle, following his blockers.
The scouting report, Gary, said that they run a motion offense almost identical to Laurel Highlands.
And Damon Tolbert is in the backfield, and he blocks for it. And there's a little confusion this time as Moody and Tolbert kind of ran into each other in the backfield and caused Moody to just have to turn and take it up to about the 40-yard line. He'll pick up 2. That's going to bring up 3rd down and 6. Thanks, Brian. We welcome in the listeners on WMBS. The Mustangs striking quickly on the first play of the game as Hunter Moody went back to pass at his own 13-yard line. Jimmy Pierce, playing linebacker, blitzed in from the blind side and just clocked Moody, making the ball loose. Chad Petrus picked it up, took it in for the Mustang touchdown. AG now driving, trying to go deep, and he has a man back there, and it's going to be, caught by the Albert Gallatin wide receiver all the way into Mustang territory.
There's a little fight for that ball, Gary. That was caught by number 2, Devin Carney, but they were fighting for the ball coming down to the ground.
Give that to the offense. Absolutely. Simultaneous possession and all the way into Mustang territory. So with 9:45 to go here, all kind of action. Albert Gallatin now deep in Mustang territory. It's Laurel Highlands 7, Albert Gallatin nothing. Back to you, Brian. Now here back on the TV side, Moody with a beautiful pass down the left side to Carney.
That was a beautiful pass, too.
Here's the off-tackle play on the right side this time on the carry for Albert Gallatin. Let's see, it looked like number 42, Tolbert. He picked up about 1 yard. Second down and 9. Clock running at 8:57 to go. Big third down pickup by Albert Gallatin on the streak down the left side. Puts them in Mustang territory and threatening. Unbalanced line to the left for Albert Gallatin. Moody fakes and takes it himself, breaks it out the left side, and the Mustangs miss a couple tackles, but finally get him down at about the 22-yard line. Tackle there by, looked like Livingston.
Pickup of about 6. No, I'm sorry, about 4.
Also Cruz on the tackle for the Mustangs. Give him 4. Third down and 5 for Albert Gallatin. You would think at this point in the season in Mustang territory, it's 4-down territory. The Colonials trying to strike back as the Mustangs took a quick lead. Now they're going to look for that fake and a pass out here in the flat, just a little high, trying to hit the receiver Joey Embacher out here in the flat, defending for the Mustangs. Boyles and Sloboda along with Campbell, and that's going to bring up 4th and 5. Just faked a quick slant and tried to hit Embacher out here in the flat, secondary receiver, and just threw it a little bit high. Big play for both sides here early in the first quarter. Clock stopped at 7:52. Trip receivers to the right for the Colonials. Moody in the pistol. Barks out the signal, ball on the ground, and now he's going to have to try to get it away. He does get it away, but that's going to be short of the first down. The screen pass tried to hit number 2 again, and that was Carney. But he was hit there by Livingston, who stayed with his man. Low snap. Good job there by Moody to pick it up under heavy pressure. Was able to get it off. But it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Mustangs at the 21-yard line.
He kind of threw it right in the middle of that line, Gary. There was a bunch of red shirts, and Dakota Makita almost intercepted that ball.
It's kind of a good effort by Carney to get the ball. Now, quick pass out to the right side. Try to get Livingston involved quickly. He'll pick up a quick 4 yards on the wide receiver screen out to the right side. He just takes that pass and tries to cut it up inside. That's a win on first down, almost 5 yards. 2nd and 5.5 at the 26. Now Pierce going to hand it off inside, this time to Jones. It's going to be 3rd and about 4 on the bottom of that foul for Albert Gallatin. Let's see who that was. Brock Morrison, maybe? Hunter Matthews. And now,
quick snap
as Jones comes off right side, and he's close to the first down. It's going to depend on the spot.
Looks like he's got it.
Referees are stopping the clock to take a look at it, and they are going to signal first down, Laurel Highlands. Pierce getting the signal from the sideline. Has Campbell to the short side. Now here's a quick pitch out to the left side with room. Down the left sideline is Sloboda breaking a couple tackles, and it takes 2 or 3 Colonials to bring him down all the way in Albert Gallatin territory at the 40-yard line. Finally brought down there by number 86, Alex Stoy. But a nice jet sweep that time by Sloboda as he just took the quick pitch by Pierce and sprinted around left side for a huge gain all the way into Albert Gallatin territory. Now up the middle, gaining another quick 6 yards. I think that was Jones again. Let's see who comes up off the bottom of the pile. We have an injured Albert Gallatin player
53.
down on the field there, number 53, Dustin Colbank. And he looks like he's in some pain as the training staff comes out. And that's going to give us a chance to step aside here on the South Union Township Sports Network. At 6:16 to go here in the first, it's Laurel Highlands 7, Albert Gallatin nothing. Back after this.
Smith, Lewis, and Chess, financial advisors of Uniontown, would like to wish the Laurel Highlands Mustangs football team and their coaches to have a successful season this year. Go Mustangs!
We're back on the South Union Township Sports Network. Colbank being assisted off the field. He was down for a good 3 or 4 minutes there, and hoping he is okay.
Gary, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Mustangs 2nd and 5. That's always on the 35.
At this point in the season, everybody's nicked up. Everybody's banged up. There isn't a fresh body after 8 games.
You're right about that. Now from the pistol, again, trying to get it out to Livingston, and he cuts it inside. Breaking tackles. Oh, nice hit there at about the 25-yard line. But that'll be another Mustang first down. Hit there by number 63 for Albert Gallatin. Hunter Matthews on the tackle. Here's Pierce again. Now looking for the slot receiver. That's number 21, Lucas Boyle. Nice pitch and catch down to about the 5-yard line. So the Mustangs going to the air 2 times in a row. Livingston and now Boyle quickly to the line again, threatening at the Albert Gallatin 5-yard line. Already leading 7-0. Albert Gallatin trying to change defenses, getting their goal line defense in, and Pierce will fake the pitch. Now he has a man open in the flat, and that is going to be a touchdown. Out in the right flat, Christian Jones just comes from his fullback position behind Pierce. Pierce fakes the pitch to Sloboda on the jet sweep left, rolls to his right, hits Jones in the end zone for the Mustang touchdown.
That was a nice touch pass, and when you're a lefty as I am and you roll to the right, it's hard to get the arm cocked back, and he hit him in exactly the right spot and stride, and it looked pretty easy. It looked like a practice kind of a play.
There's the kick, up and good by Litza. The Mustangs now lead 14-0 at the 5:40 mark of the first quarter. We'll step aside quickly here on WMBS and the South Union Township Sports Network.
Good luck to the Laurel Highlands Mustang football team from the Laurel Highlands Football Boosters.
Here we go, Mustangs, here we go. 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 Who are you rooting for?
We're back on the South Union Township Sports Network, about to be joined by WMBS, with the Mustangs leading 14-0. Litza tees it up and will kick it deep once again. Here's a kick, a short kick, taken at about the 18-yard line. There for Albert Gallatin, and a nice run back out past the 35 to the 36-yard line. That's number 7 for Albert Gallatin, Braden Moody. Sets Albert Gallatin up in decent field position at the 38-yard line. Make it the 36-yard line. 1st and 10 for Albert Gallatin trying to get something going here on offense. Come out in a wide set to the left. Shotgun for Moody. Sends a man in motion. Now keeps it himself off left side. And he tries to follow his blocker, Tolbert, into the line, but he's hit there for a short gain. Tackled by Swartz and Petrus.
Thanks, Chad. The ball to the 39-yard line is down and Holder.
That's pretty amazing. There's been some very, very talented Laurel Highlands receivers throughout the years, and for Chad to get that honor really says volumes about his ability.
And how much work he and Jimmy have done together over the all year round.
Here's Moody again off left side, breaks a couple tackles now, scoots out to the left side, and the Mustangs arm tackling, trying to get him to the ground, finally do at the 42-yard line. So that's going to be a gain of about 5 on the play, bringing up 3rd down and 5. Boyle and Livingston on the tackle for the Mustangs.
1-yard line, 3rd down and 5.
Coming wide to the near side is Stoy. And here's the Mustangs bringing everybody on the blitz, trying to get Moody, and that's going to be a nice pitch and catch. And he's still loose at the 50-yard line, dancing around out there among 3 or 4 Mustangs, finally brought down by Pierce. I think that was Carney again. It was, as the blitz came from the Mustangs. Moody got that out quickly.
It looked like they had him wrapped up. It looked like they had him smothered with someone.
That's going to be a 1st down at the 44-yard line of Laurel Highlands. Good athletic ability shown there by Carney. Moody in the pistol, 2 wings. Sends the left wing in motion. Now the ball on the turf again. He picks it up, looks deep, has a man fighting for the ball down here, and they're arm battling each other. That was Sloboda along with, I believe, Kopus. It was Kopus down the right side, number 10, who had just come into the game, and that falls incomplete, bringing up 2nd down and 10. The ball hit the turf again. It's the 3rd time, and Moody had to pick it up and then just launched it deep.
I think Sloboda may have got away with a little hand checking down there, Gary. He was running right into the receiver, and he might have got away with one that time.
3rd and 10. Here's a quick pitch right now, coming on the run for Albert Gallatin, and hit right at the line of scrimmage. That's number 48 for Albert Gallatin. Luke Dice on the carry, brought down by Boyle as well as Sloboda. Cruz over there in on the tackle. That's going to bring up 4th down, I believe. No, I'm sorry, 3rd down and 9. So a pickup of only 1 on that play. Now wide receivers to both sides for Albert Gallatin. Going straight back and looking on the streak again down the side, and they're going to get Sloboda this time. So didn't get away with him that time, Rick.
Well, he has tight coverage. He's covering it well. I think
Carney just kind of slowed down, and Sloboda ran into him. So
and that may be a strategy. Of course, Moody thought he was going on a fly.
Ball was well overthrown. Yeah, the ball was well overthrown by at least 10 yards, but still going to be a 15-yard pass interference call and a 1st down for Albert Gallatin.
He didn't slow down or something. And that ball was 10 yards over his head. Pass interference notwithstanding.
So the ball's now set at the 28-yard line. 1st and 10 for Albert Gallatin. Trailing 14-0 at 3:02 to go here in the 1st. Now Moody again off the left side. This time getting a nice gain on 1st down. He just follows that fullback, Tolbert, right through the hole. Picks up 4, maybe 5. Cruz on the tackle for the Mustangs.
2nd down and 6.
AG's had a kind of a combination of a no huddle and a huddle strategy. We relaying the play in now.
streaking in with the,
Andy King come in with the play.
and they're running out of time, just 5 seconds to go on the play clock. Can they get it off? They do. It's going to be the same play, so it took them a long time to run the same play that they ran the last time, as Moody goes off left tackle this time.
Flag.
And there's a flag. What do we got? Stop the clock. They're asking for the clock to be stopped. What do we have? It looks like a flag on the play as Moody went off left tackle. Referee talking to the line judge. That's going to be a holding call against Albert Gallatin. So now 2nd and 5 is going to turn into 2nd and 15 as it moves it out to the 34-yard line.
It doesn't seem to be the sense of urgency. You're down 14, you're 0-8, and I think you need some spark here. And with the slowdown, to me, just seems to be that they're running in mud or something. They need to pick it up for sure.
They have maintained possession of the ball here now for a good 6 minutes, but nothing to show for it yet, and now facing a 2nd down and 15.
Oh, there was a little movement there. I don't know why there wasn't a flag.
Here's the quick pitch to the left. Trying to get around the left side is the wingback for Albert Gallatin, number 48, Luke Dice.
On the line, Luke Dice kind of picked up his left foot. I was a little surprised that they didn't call that, but he got the sweep.
Yeah, that takes a long time to develop for Albert Gallatin. He gets that ball on the jet sweep a good 7 yards deep, and by the time he gets back, we've got electric all over the place. Concession stands out. The field house is out.
The weather's perfect.
It's all on the same line.
Go find the fuse.
We'll be right back.
We're going to take a quick break as the officials sort this out, with the Mustangs leading 14-0. Still in the first quarter here on WMBS and the South Union Township Sports Network.
Go ahead.
We're back here at Mustang Field. A little technical difficulties on the field. The referees are going to have to keep the time on the field, and we're going to have to guess at the time until they get the electricity back on the scoreboard, the concession stands, and the field house. But Albert Gallatin will have the ball now, facing a 3rd down and 12 at the 30-yard line. Straight back goes Moody, looking over the middle, has a man open in the end zone, and it's going to be caught for the Albert Gallatin touchdown. Right down the hash mark, number 48 for Albert Gallatin. Luke Dice on a beautiful pass there by Hunter Moody. He just dropped straight back, looked for the zone coverage that was not there by the Mustang safeties as he went straight down the hash mark. Moody to Dice for the 30-yard touchdown with, we're guessing, about 2 minutes to go here in the first period. On for the extra point is 45, Cody Riggin. And the snap is there, and it's going to be blocked by the Mustangs. So a little confusion on that play as the Mustangs were able to break through and block the extra points. So that's going to keep the score. Laurel Highlands 14 and Albert Gallatin 6. The 30-yard touchdown pass by Albert Gallatin puts them on the board, and we'll be right back here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Good luck to the Mustangs from the South Union Township Supervisors, Rick Vernon, Jason Scott, and Robert Schiffbar.
We're back here at Mustang Field with no scoreboard and no concession stands, no field house lights. We do have power here in the press box, luckily, so we're looking at a Laurel Highlands 14-6 lead as Albert Gallatin gets right back in it here in the waning moments of the first quarter. Now they fake of the onside kick by Albert Gallatin, but they do not do it, and Cody Riggin will come on to kick it deep. We welcome back the listeners on WMBS. Ready for the kickoff here as Riggin runs up, and it is the onside kick, and do the Mustangs pick it up? I believe they do. It's a big pow at about the 48-yard line. There's a flag now flying in there late. Let's see who has the ball. I think coming out of there for the Mustangs was Cody Christopher. Let's see. The Mustangs offense is coming onto the field, but I have not seen a signal yet from the officials.
Gary, the ball went through the first line. Laurel Highlands did not look like they were really prepared for that. It went through the first line, and somebody on the second line actually ran up and picked it up.
Not sure who finally got on it. I knew Cody Christopher was there at the bottom of the pile, but there was a flag that came in late, so I'm not sure what the call is, but we'll now hear from the official. It's a dead ball, personal foul against Laurel Highlands. So that's a 15-yard penalty, but I believe it's still Laurel Highlands' ball. So I'm thinking that once the ball was down, there could have been some extracurricular activity underneath the pile, or maybe somebody trying to pull somebody off the pile. And that turned into a personal foul, which will set the Mustangs back at about the 28-yard line, 1st and 10. Mustangs send out new troops on the offensive line.
Gary, what's one thing that's amazing, Chad Livingston at 28-yard receiver, and he's still the leading receiver in the WPIAL by 120 yards. That's amazing.
Out there on the offensive line now, Bobanovich, and I saw number 77, Brandon Chury, coming in. And there's a run off the right side. Jones is going to break it loose for about a 18-yard gallop off right side out to the 47-yard line for a first down for the Mustangs. They mark him back at the 45 where his knee first went down. So Christian Jones.
We have to be getting close to the end of the first quarter. We don't have a clock.
Tolbert, now Jones off left side, breaks it loose again, cuts it back in the middle, trying to make tacklers miss. That's Cruz. That's not Jones. That's Jarvis Cruz, number 9, comes in for the Mustangs and picks up another big gainer down to the 36-yard line. Another first down. 2 plays, 2 first downs for the Mustangs quickly into Albert Gallatin territory.
Great downfield blocks by Livingston and the other receivers.
Now Pierce gets it out into the right flat to Jones, and he has all kind of room to the 30, 25, meets resistance at the 22-yard line. Pierce with a nice pass out there and a tackle made in the secondary there. Looks like number 11, Hunter Moody, had to make the tackle for Albert Gallatin at the 21-yard line. Another first down for the Mustangs. 3 plays, 3 first downs. Quickly out across the middle, almost picked off.
86.
Alex Stoy was right in the path of that pass, and he knocked it away, but he could not pick it off. Would have been clear sailing down the left sideline for Stoy had he been able to pick that off, but that's going to bring up a 2nd down and 10. Now Pierce is going to hand it off up the middle again. This is Cruz breaking into the Albert Gallatin secondary down to the 5-yard line, dragged down from behind by the Albert Gallatin
86.
defense. That was Stoy again having to make that play.
They ran that play quick, Gary. It didn't look like AG was ready, and AG's going to have to tackle a little better too, I think.
1st and goal at the 5 now for the Mustangs. It's going to be Cruz off the right side into the end zone for the Mustang touchdown. So still in the first quarter, not quite sure what the time is. It has to, like as you said, be maybe under a minute to go as Jarvis Cruz takes it in from 5 yards out for the Mustang touchdown to extend their lead out to 20-6 with the extra point to come. Litza on for the extra point. It's up and knuckles it through for the extra point. That makes it Laurel Highlands 21 and Albert Gallatin 6. We'll be back on the South Union Township Sports Network and WMBS.
Tonight's game is being brought to you in part by State Representative Tim Mahoney of the 51st Legislative District. With offices in Uniontown and Chalk Hill, Representative Mahoney is dedicated to providing the best leadership and quality representation to his constituents. He can be reached at 66A Lebanon Avenue in Uniontown, 724-438-6100, and in Chalk Hill at 2925 National Pike, 724-437-2521. Good luck to all of the area teams from State Representative Tim Mahoney of the 51st Legislative District.
We're back on the South Union Township Sports Network to be joined by WMBS. Davis & Davis bonus coverage on WMBS as the Mustangs now lead 21-6 over Albert Gallatin. About to kick off again will be Cameron Leitza. A run-up and the boot, another knuckler, and it looked like a knee went down. It did at the 25-yard line. So nice catch there by the Albert Gallatin receiver, Brandon Moody. And it will be placed at the 26-yard line, 1st and 10. So in high school football, as soon as that knee hits the ground, that ends the play. And we'll be on a stopped clock here to start the possession for Albert Gallatin. We're thinking it's very close to the end of the first quarter as Moody brings them out. And he's had some success going deep so far for Albert Gallatin. You got to think that's what's going to happen. Here's a fake up the middle, and he's going to try to break it around left side and pushed out of bounds finally there by Eisler and Pierce. Number 40 for Albert Gallatin. The fake on the speed sweep left and the inside handoff to Cruz White. Picks up about 4 yards on the play, brings it out to the 30, 2nd and 6.
Keyshawn Ramsey, thought he had him in the backfield, and he slithered away and got out wide. Picked up a couple.
2nd and 6 from the pistol formation. Moody now keeps it himself, and he's going to be hit in the backfield by 2 or 3 Mustang tacklers there. Pierce for Laurel Highlands coming in from that left linebacker position, and that will do it for the first quarter.
We couldn't tell.
And we'll be back on WMBS and the South Union Township Sports Network. It's Laurel Highlands 21, Albert Gallatin 6. The Uniontown Chiropractic Center is proud to help sponsor the Laurel Highlands athletic teams and its staff. The center is celebrating its 30th year anniversary under the direction of Dr. Garrett Breakiron. The staff is comprised of Dr. Kurt Sturdivant, Dr. Gregory Hogan, and 7 chiropractic assistants. The Uniontown Chiropractic Center offers in-house x-ray, multiple therapy procedures, and massage, as well as a 4,000 square foot exercise rehabilitation area. The center not only treats spinal conditions, but performs therapy and exercise rehabilitation for post-surgical hip, knee, and shoulder conditions. Appointments can be made by calling 724-437-1910, Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. till 7 p.m., and Saturday 8 a.m. to 12 noon. Dr. Breakiron and his staff would like to recognize the outstanding work that John Kazarik has provided for the past 25 years as the voice of the Mustangs. Welcome back to Mustang Field. Gary Frankhauser along with Rick Frank and Jerry Dupay, ready for second quarter action with the Mustangs leading 21-6. Albert Gallatin facing a 3rd down and 6. And he's going to look deep again, has a man wide open deep in the Mustang secondary, trying to track him down, and he does at the 4-yard line.
Guess who that is, Gary? Number 2, Devin Carney again.
Carney again beating Jones deep this time. Jones tracked him down, but not till he's all the way down to the Mustang 3-yard line. That play covered, let's see, 66-yard pass from Moody to Carney. That's going to set Albert Gallatin up again at a 1st and goal. We're calling it the 2-yard line. So Moody hands it inside, and a good stop there by the Mustang defense. Inside handoff to, looked like number 43 for Albert Gallatin, trying to pick up those numbers. Nace on the carry. Mustang middle of the defense pushes him back for about a half a yard, making it 2nd and goal just outside the 2-yard line. There's the clock. We're back now with 11:15 to go here in the second quarter. We have electricity.
It didn't affect the Halushki or the Walking Tacos, though.
I doubt it. Here's the handoff inside again, and the ball's on the turf. AG put it on the turf. It looked like it was Nace. They're going to wave the clock stopped and see what happened at the bottom of the pile.
Both sides are pointing.
It's going to be Albert Gallatin ball. They do recover inside the 1-yard line now. 3rd and goal. Albert Gallatin trying to answer the Mustang score to keep this game tight with 10:45 to go here now in the second quarter. Up under center now is Moody, and he's going to go quarterback sneak, push it behind his offensive line, and does he get in? No call yet. There's a touchdown. Quarterback keeper by Hunter Moody with 10:32 to go here in the second quarter. Adds to the Albert Gallatin score, making it now Laurel Highlands 21, Albert Gallatin 12. On for the extra point, Cody Riggin. Last one was blocked by the Mustangs. Mustangs bringing strong pressure from the right side for this extra point, and it looked like they were offside. There's the kick, and they're going to get a chance to do this one again as offside. The Mustangs, anticipating that snap count, just tried to jump through and a little too quick, so it's going to be moved ahead half the distance to the goal. Let's see, maybe Albert Gallatin might change their strategy and go for 2.
That would be the logical thing to do here.
Trailing by 9, and that's what they're going to do. They're going to call the offense back out onto the field.
They've been moving the ball pretty well the whole game, Gary. They've had some nice drives. They've held on to the ball. They moved the sticks a little bit, and they've had some big plays.
Now a play clock down to 14 seconds. Sprinting out onto the field, Hunter Moody will send 2 receivers to the left. Mustang defense now in a little bit of disarray. Here goes Moody off the left side, and he's going to be in for the 2-pointer. So Moody with the keeper for the touchdown comes back in after the Mustang penalty, adds the 2-point conversion off the left side, and that makes our score now Laurel Highlands 21, Albert Gallatin 14, with the 10:32 to go here in the second. Back after this on the South Union Township Sports Network and WMBS. Setting it up for the kick for Albert Gallatin. They went onside kick on their last kickoff. Wouldn't be surprised to see them do it again. Trailing 21-14, and The Mustang defense has pretty much dared Albert Gallatin to go deep, and they've been burned a couple times, Rick.
They have, and they're going to have to watch it because AG's sneaking up on them. I just got a word from the coach that the clock was wrong. Now they just corrected it. There was 17 less seconds, so it went from 10:32 down to 10:15. It's not a big deal unless you're a coach, and you want the clock right so you know what you're doing.
It was a big deal for the Steelers a couple games ago when they lost 18 seconds. So here's Riggin now. Let's see if he tries the onside kick again.
They'll be ready this time.
Mustangs with their blockers up at the 50-yard line. And Riggin with the run-up. He's going to line drive this one. It's going to bounce at the 20, picked up by Boyle, and he's going to try to get outside, but he's hit there by 3 Albert Gallatin defenders. First one there for Albert Gallatin was number 36, Tolbert.
It's interesting.
Blake Tolbert on the tackle. Sorry, Rick.
That's okay. All of his blockers were to the left, and he started to the left, took a step to the right, and he ran right into a bunch of white shirts.
Here's Pierce now, hands to Cruz. He goes off right side. He still don't have him on the ground, but 3 Albert Gallatin defenders finally bring him down. Hunter Masako there, along with number 43. Nace. Here's Pierce now. He's going to put her on the ground, and the ball's on the ground. Let's see if Albert Gallatin picks it up. Pierce put it on the turf, but I think he got it back.
He did get it back, and he was lucky there. You know, that's one thing that I can say, and I don't want to eye-jazz him, but Jimmy Pierce makes good decisions, and he holds on to the ball. He's got sticky fingers there.
3 and out here for the Mustangs will certainly swing the momentum back to the Albert Gallatin Colonials. Here's Pierce. He's going to look across the middle, and he hits Livingston in stride for the first down. That was Boyle, I'm sorry, number 21. That's going to be a pickup of 16 right across the middle, the short post to Lucas Boyle for 16 and the first down. First and 10 for the Mustangs at the 38-yard line. And this is going to be Jones now up the middle for about 8 yards. Give him 7 to the 45-yard line. So Christian Jones running hard that time. Picks up a quick 7 yards for the Mustangs. Big third down play for the Mustangs. Now here's Pierce looking. He's going to break it up himself. Using his speed into the secondary, runs over a Albert Gallatin defender at the 47-yard line. There for the tackle was number, it looked like 28, Willie Himes. But he took the punishment there from Jimmy Pierce as he just lowered his shoulder, ran through the tackler for another Mustang first down at the 44-yard lines of Albert Gallatin.
Jimmy's a tough kid. He can mow people over.
Now we got a little movement on both sides, and there's a penalty flag, I believe. What are we going to have? Maybe not. No flag. I thought I saw something coming from the far line judge, but nothing called as looked like Pierce on the keeper for 4 yards. Second down and 6. Pierce now looking for that short pass now to Livingston. Gets a stiff arm on the defender, Carney, and takes it down to the 30-yard line for another Mustang first down. So Pierce just steps back 2 spaces from that pistol formation. Livingston just goes down the field and turns around in front of the defender. Plenty of room to make that pass and catch. After the catch, Livingston showing some power himself, stiff-arming the defender down to the 30-yard line. This is going to be Cruz up the middle, just sticks his head down and gets inside the 25 to the 24-yard line. Gain of at least 4. That'll be right at the 25-yard line, gain of 4. Make it inside the 25 to the 24, gain of 5. Cruz gain of 5, 2nd and 5. Sloboda now will be blocking. Here's the end around to Boyle with blockers in front. Good blocking that you like, Rick, out in front of the play. Leading the way out there for the Mustangs was Logan Miller from his right guard position, just pulling out. And good gain down to the 7-yard line.
He did a good job setting that block, giving him just enough lane to run through right down that sideline. And he only had one guy beat, and the guy dragged him down.
Well designed play for the Mustangs. Had 3 blockers out in front on the misdirection play.
I love those downfield blocks.
Here's Pierce now, handoff inside. Good step inside by Boyle. Looked like he was going to be caught in the backfield, but he's brought down there at the 3-yard line. Coming up from the bottom of the pile, number 53, Dustin Colbank. Good to see him back in there for Albert Gallatin. 2nd down and goal from the 3.5-yard line. Pierce sends Sloboda in motion. There's the pitch to Sloboda, all kind of green in front of him, and he's going to walk into the end zone. Wall-in block from the outside that time by Livingston. Just kept everyone inside, and Sloboda walks in from 3 yards out with 7:02 to go here in the second. Mustangs add on to make it 27-14 with the extra point to come.
That's a good momentum swing for Laurel Highlands. AG seemed to have the momentum. The snaps down, the kick's up, and it is good.
That makes the score. Laurel Highlands 28, Colonials 14. 7:02 to go here in the second.
Crazy
We'll
game
step
here.
aside here on the South Union Township Sports Network with all kind of action here at Mustang Field.
Smith, Lewis, and Chess, financial advisors of Uniontown, would like to wish the Laurel Highlands Mustangs football team and their coaches to have a successful season this year. Go Mustangs!
Cameron Lietza will tee it up once again for the Mustangs now with a 28-14 lead. Mustangs able to answer both of the Albert Gallatin touchdowns, but they have been struck deep a couple times by Albert Gallatin, and feel like Mike Lang here, Rick, end-to-end action.
Well, right now, Jarvis Cruz has 4 carries for 58 yards and a touchdown, and Christian Jones has 6 carries for 32. And there's the kick.
Beautiful kick down to the 15-yard line, taken there at the 20, out to the 25-yard line. Looked like on the return there, Joey Embacher. Albert Gallatin will begin 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. And you got to believe that Coach Just is telling those safeties to lay back a little bit now, having been caught flat-footed a couple times.
And you can see how far Moody can throw the ball.
Nice
and pretty
arm.
accurately too.
6'2", 175-pound senior Hunter Moody. He sends his target Devin Carney wide to the right side. Single coverage out there again. Here's going to be a mix-up in the backfield. Moody ends up keeping it. Looked like they tried to hand it off inside, but could not get that handoff made as the penetration by the Mustang defense prevented that, as Petrus in there making the tackle. .6:31 to go here on a running clock. Mustangs leading 28-14. Mustangs being victimized 2 times deep by Albert Gallatin, and Albert Gallatin able to push in those 2 touchdowns for the 14 points on the board by the Colonials. But the Mustangs have answered on each occasion, now leading 28-14. And here's a sack in the backfield in there quickly for the Laurel Highlands Mustangs defense. Number 77 for the Mustangs, Brandon Chury,
Moody's hurt
with the sack, and it looked like Moody might be hurt. The last score by the Mustangs was by Hunter Sloboda on a 3-yard run that put the Mustangs up 28-14, and now Albert Gallatin facing a 3rd down and 20 from their own 19, trailing 28-14, Brian. Back on the South Union Township Sports Network. 3rd down and 17. Ball on the 19-yard line. We're going to have a timeout call by Albert Gallatin, and we're going to step aside here on the South Union Township Sports Network. It's Laurel Highlands 28, Albert Gallatin 14.
Good luck to the Laurel Highlands Mustang football team from the Laurel Highlands Football Boosters.
Here we go, Mustangs, here we go. 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 Who are you rooting for?
Here we go, big down for Albert Gallatin with 5:24 to go here in the second quarter, trailing 28-14. 3rd down and 17 from their own 19 after the big sack by Brandon Shurry. Pushed them back, and here's Moody now looking. Pierce on the blitz is being held, and deep pass again. And there's another flag called on the Mustangs, all kind of contact down the field. That's going to be a pass interference call again by the Mustangs. Looks like defending on that one was number 24 for the Mustangs, Taya Mickens.
Yeah, Ty, I don't think he had good position there. And again,
you just got to get your head around and see the ball so you're not battling with those receivers. That's going to be close to a first down. I don't think that's an automatic first down, Rick.
No, it isn't. But the receiver came back for that ball, and that's dangerous if you're not paying attention, if you don't turn your head around.
Well, we had offsetting penalties anyway. We didn't see that flag back there. I thought Jimmy Pierce was being held when he was blitzing, but I didn't see the flag come in. But as we were talking about the pass interference call, the referee comes up and says, offsetting penalties, holding on Albert Gallatin, pass interference on the Mustangs. We'll redo it.
Let's do it again.
Pierce came on the blitz from the right side, and the fullback for Albert Gallatin just tackled him. And I didn't see if the referee saw that, but apparently he did, so I'll give him some credit. They're going to probably go deep again. Why not? Here's the fake, and there's a screen out to the right side. Nobody out here for the Mustangs, but good recovery by number 25, Livingston, bringing down number 42 for Albert Gallatin, Damon Tolbert. And pickup of about, give him 10, maybe 9. It's going to bring up 4th down and 8.
They definitely, Laurel Highlands did not see that coming. You didn't see it coming either.
He had all kind of room out here on the left side and just couldn't get that motor going fast enough. The speed of Livingston caught up to the play.
Picked up about 10 there.
Here's a punt, and all kind of pressure brought by the Mustangs as the punter, Tolbert, sets it to Boyle, and he's going to be dragged down from behind. Good tackle and coverage that time by number 2, Devin Carney. He's been all over the field offensively, and now on the punt coverage for Albert Gallatin. 1st and 10 for the Mustangs at the 42. So the Mustangs able to get off the field that time, Rick, beneficiary of a offsetting penalty call.
Ooh, that was close.
1st and 10 now at the 42-yard line.
A good defense by Laurel Highlands.
Pierce has Jones in the backfield. Well, that's Cruz, I think. Yeah, it was Cruz. So Cruz and Jones alternating possessions for the Mustangs. Jarvis Cruz now picks up 5 on 1st down again.
They've had a pretty good mix of pass and run. I'd say 2/3 or 3/4 are runs, but sets up the pass very nicely.
Here's the speed sweep now to the right. Lucas Boyle getting blocks by Livingston. Gets around the right side, knocked out of bounds finally there by Carney again. That's going to be a pickup of about 8 on the play by Lucas Boyle for a first down at the Albert Gallatin 45-yard line.
It looked like Embacher was going to be able to cut off that corner and force him in, but Livingston still picked up probably 10 yards on that.
Well, Livingston was doing the blocking there, and he held that block as Boyle came around the right side.
I'm sorry.
Livingston give credit again with the outside blocks. And now we have a flag, and I think that's going to be a motion call on the Mustangs. Coming in from the field judge.
They're moving back.
Ball start on the Mustangs. Sets them back 5 on first down. Been pretty clean from a penalty perspective on the Mustang side tonight, something that was a bit of a problem throughout the season. But now facing a first down and 15 right at midfield. Pierce swings it out to the side to Boyle, and that's going to be a fumble, I believe. And
get out there, get on it.
Gets on it. No whistle as Livingston had to jump on it. That was a backwards pass by Pierce to Boyle, just a little bit too strong for Boyle to pick that up, and that's going to be another 5-yard loss for the Mustangs. Smartly getting on it there was Chad Livingston.
That ball was thrown a little bit high and behind him. Embacher noticed that it was a lateral, and he ran out there, but he just couldn't get to the ball fast enough.
So now, second down and 20. Pierce going straight back. Down the middle of the field to Livingston. He can't hold on.
Great
at
pass.
The 19-yard line. Chad Livingston had his hands on it.
He
could not pull it in.
He doesn't drop many of those. That was right in his hands. There was a defender on either side, but not seriously challenging him.
Split the zone right down the middle of the field, and Jimmy Pierce put it right on his hands. Would have been a huge play into Colonial territory. Now 3rd and 20. Pierce straight back, looking. He's going to run it. Takes it up to the 50, to the 45, 40. Hits tacklers at the 38-yard line. Knocked out of bounds there. Who's there on the tackle for Albert Gallatin? Looked like
number 28, Willie Himes.
He again takes punishment from Jimmy Pierce as he just lowers his head, and now it's going to be 4th down and 4, and Mustangs will go for it.
Jimmy was right by the sideline. He could have stepped out. He could have ducked out of bounds there, but
that's not in his mojo.
No.
Now up the middle, and it's going to be Cruz, and he's going to be hit for just a 2-yard. Another late action there. No flags thrown.
Not yet.
And Cruz is going to be short of the first down, and Albert Gallatin's going to take over 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line. So good defense there. Give credit to the Albert Gallatin middle of their line as they stopped Jarvis Cruz on the 4th and 4 play up the middle.
They stuffed it right up the middle. They knew it was coming right up the middle to start with. They packed the house up front, and he ran right into it.
So now Albert Gallatin, look for him to go deep early. Wide receivers left and right. Sends a wing in motion now. He's stepping back and looking deep again. Has a man down the middle, and it's going to be caught again. And now the ball's on the turf, and they're going to call it incomplete. So Carney had it all the way down to the Mustang 25-yard line. Good hit after the catch that time. I think that was Livingston that on the coverage and jarred it loose as he was going to the turf, so they call it incomplete.
As you said, Gary, the D-backs have to guard against the receivers getting behind him, and Carney was behind Livingston there.
Getting no support or no help from the safety as these cornerbacks are being left out on an island one-on-one with the wide receivers. Now inside handoff and being brought down at the line of scrimmage. That's number 40 for Albert Gallatin on the carry, Cruz White.
Albert Gallatin's hanging around, Gary. That's not something Laurel Highlands wants.
3rd down and 10. Ball's at the 38-yard line. No gain on that play. by Cruz White for Albert Gallatin.
Laurel Highlands is very lucky that Kearney dropped that pass.
Left side of the Mustang defense, Stern on that run.
77's hurt. Shoulder.
Now 3rd and 10. Moody back looking out in here in the flat. Has a man, just can't get it. Out here to Kearney, trying to make a deep out cut at about the 48-yard line, and that is a long pass. He's trying to pick up 10 yards. He's got to throw that ball about 40 yards to complete that pass, and it's going to be a little bit short.
77 is left arm.
On to punt for Albert Gallatin, number 42, Damon Tolbert.
Boyle back to receive.
Tolbert gets it away, and under end punt goes out of bounds at about the 40-yard line for the Mustangs. Let's see where they mark it coming up. The official is still walking, and they're going to mark it at the 42-yard line. So kick out of bounds sets the Mustangs up in good territory at the 42-yard line, leading 28-14 with 2:29 to go here in the second quarter.
This has been a quick second quarter. Of course, we don't know how long the first quarter was because we couldn't see the scoreboard for a while.
Now the Mustangs will change personnel, and they're going to... Mustangs calling timeout with 2:29 to go, taking over after the punt by Albert Gallatin, leading 28-14. Mustangs able to get off the field, but Albert Gallatin consistently looking deep against the Mustangs, who have loaded the box up against the Albert Gallatin run game, and AG has shown good success getting the ball down the field. Their last possession would have been deep in the Mustang territory at the 30-yard line, but the pass was dropped with good defense by Chad Livingston. So with 2:29 to go here in the second, it's Laurel Highlands 28 and Albert Gallatin 14. Here's Pierce now looking, goes to the secondary receiver, and he gets him out in the flat. Making the catch out there is number 24, Mickens.
84. Campbell.
I'm sorry, Campbell will pick up about 7. Second down and 3. Here's Pierce again over the middle. This time Livingston holds on. He's still on his feet. Bounces off tacklers. Turns on the Jets inside the 15, 10, and dives to the pylon. Touchdown Mustangs.
What a great third effort by Chad Livingston.
Chad Livingston once again puts on a show for the Mustangs. Takes that short post over the middle, bounces off 2, maybe 3 Albert Gallatin Colonial tacklers, and once he was in the open, showed him his heels and dove to the corner of the end zone for the touchdown.
Well, they should have had him down at the 40-yard line, and he spun and bounced and kept his feet going.
At the 2-minute mark, the kick by Litza is good. Mustangs now stretch the lead out to 35-14 with 2 minutes to go here in the second quarter. We'll be back here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Good luck to the Mustangs from the South Union Township Supervisors, Rick Vernon, Jason Scott, and Robert Schiffbar.
We're back once again for a Cameron Litza kickoff as the Mustangs strike on a 53-yard pass by Jimmy Pierce to Chad Livingston. Almost like Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, those two. They know what the other one's going to do on every occasion.
And they've been at it for 4 years now.
Here's the line drive kick by Litza. Bounces and picked up at about the 15-yard line, and the Mustangs grab the return man. Embacher on the return. Mustangs pushing back to the, let's see, the 25-yard line, 1st and 10 for Albert Gallatin. So the Mustangs have to be conscious now to not let anything get deep with 1:54 to go here in the second.
We've said that several times. They have single coverage on the outside and
I hate to prevent defense. I hate to prevent defense, but we need it. Here's a pass out in the flat, and that's going to be a 10-yard pickup out there. I think that's Carney again. It is.
And Sloboda on the tackle, but he's 10 yards off of that receiver.
Well, that's probably better than getting deep 50 yards down the field. So
yep. No, that's
the clock's going to start again, but the Colonials still have a couple timeouts they could use. Here's now the thought down the middle. Got to turn around. The defender does not turn and find the ball, but that ball was thrown short and unable to adjust that time was Carney. So he tried the back shoulder fade pass to Carney, and Sloboda was on the coverage, running stride for stride with Carney that time. 2nd down and 10. Clock stopped now with 1:34 to go. As Albert Gallatin brings them up. Now stepping back is Moody, looking, has a man deep again. It's up in the air and all kind of fight for it, and it hits the turf. 3 Mustangs there that time, but it still got through and had an opportunity to be caught. Who's at that time trying to pull that one down? Looked like number 86. Alex
Stoy.
And he got up limping, so he's going to try to get to the sideline with 3rd down and 10 facing the Albert Gallatin Colonials, and he's still not off the field.
He's
absolutely, Brian. We're always here ready to go. It's 1:26 to go here in the second. 35-14. Albert Gallatin facing a 3rd and 10 at their own 36-yard line. Moody goes straight back. It's a swing pass out to the right with room to run for a peel back block by Albert Gallatin. Lights up the Mustang defender as Albert Gallatin's swing pass picks up 12 and the 1st down for the Colonials out to the 47-yard line. Mustangs struck last on a 53-yard pass by Jimmy Pierce to Livingston to stretch that lead out to 35-14. And now Albert Gallatin try to get something here late. They're going to throw it deep again and just out of the reach of the receiver that time. Copas down the left side, defended by Mickens, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 10. So with 1:05 to go here in the second quarter, it's the Mustangs 35 and Albert Gallatin 14. Back to you, Brian. Moody now facing a 2nd down and 10 at the 47-yard line. Receivers wide to both sides. He takes 2 steps back, looks for the slant over the middle, and has Carney again, but it comes off his hands right off the number 2 on his chest. And he just knows he should have had that one. That would have been another big gainer. He had momentum across the middle there. The Mustangs would have had an opportunity to bring him down, but it was also an opportunity there for Carney to streak down the middle of the field.
Well, the clock stops, and let's just set it up here, Gary. 1:01 to go. Colonial's down 21, and they both have 2 timeouts remaining. That's important.
3rd and 10. Moody in the pistol. Straight back, look for the screen left, now goes right across the middle, and that's hit the receiver to the right side. A late flag comes in, and we did see contact by Sloboda as the pass was intended along the right side there for trying to pick up that number. It's like number 16, Brandon Forsyth. That's going to be pass interference against the Mustangs. That's going to be a spot foul because it's less than 15 yards.
At this point in the
but
season,
maybe it's not. I'm mistaken. That's the way the college rule is. but that's going to be 15 yards against the Mustangs. First down.
At this point in the season, Gary, everybody has film, everybody's seen, and Sloboda's been targeted a lot this year. And if they throw that way enough, there's going to be some of that contact.
So now into the left side, I think that's Livingston coming in on the left corner. Dak back deep now for the Mustangs. Number 12, Ryan Fike. Or that Pierce back there. I think that's Fike. Look for the blitz here from the Mustangs. Moody goes straight back. Looking down the sideline again. Trying to go deep against Sloboda again. And there's incomplete. This time running stride for stride with him. Trying to hit Carney down the right side.
Very good coverage by Sloboda.
No chance for that catch. I think that was Carney. Nope, that's not Carney. What that number is here. Try to pick it up. 48.
48.
Luke Dice was the intended receiver on that one. So now the Colonials facing second down and 10 with 49 seconds to go. Ball's on the 38-yard line. Again, Moody looking, has a man open out here in the flat. This Embacher makes one tackler miss, gets inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Brought down there by Eisler and Petrus. Picks up 12 on the play, though. That's a first down for the Colonials down to the 27-yard line.
One tendency that our crack statistician, it looks like we have a cramp, that our statistician Andy Dykert noticed was that they're double teaming Carney on the outside and single coverage on Kopus on the right side. And at that point, Embacher really wasn't covered. He came out from the slot area and got that pass, but they're really keying on Carney and for good reason.
Well, it's fool me 8 times. I guess you should do that, right? And we're going to step aside with an injury timeout here on the South Union Township Sports Network with 41 seconds to go. It's Laurel Highlands 35, Albert Gallatin 14. Going off under his own power was Carney. Looks like he's going to be okay with a cramp. So it's 1st and 10 for Albert Gallatin. Threatening here late in the second quarter. Pass over the middle, and it's going to be what?
Intercepted.
The ball intercepted by Mickens, but he pulled it away. What's the call?
It looked like that ball might have been on the ground.
Simultaneous catch, and they're going to give it to Albert Gallatin. Ball was on the ground, and Mickens just pulled it away, but they gave it back to the Colonials at the 20-yard line.
Boyle's mad.
That's a tough ball.
Is mad. Coach
Just is out on the field, and now we got a timeout call by Albert Gallatin. That's going to give the coaching staff an opportunity to get in the ear of the officials, as that ball was, I thought, clearly pulled away before the players hit the ground, and Mickens came out of the pile with the ball, but they called it simultaneous possession and handed it back to the Colonials at the 20.
He has it going on.
So when you're watching this on the South Union Township Sports Network, you may see a replay of that and
go to the YouTube channel and watch it.
Can pull it back and forth. So it's going to be second down and 4. Make it 3 at the 20-yard line with 15 seconds to go here in the half.
Albert Gallatin's really moved the ball well the whole first half, Gary. It's really been impressive. They came to play.
They have one timeout remaining, so they have the opportunity to take a couple strikes at the end zone. Here's Moody going straight back, and he has that one-on-one coverage. There's no one out in coverage on him, and he throws it over to the middle, and that's going to be caught and out of bounds at the 7-yard line.
That's Embacher. And he got out of bounds to stop the clock, saved that timeout.
7 seconds to go.
That was a heads-up play there.
By Moody, he had room to run, and he just saw his receiver, Embacher, at about the 10-yard line, just looped it over to the linebacker into his hands for the catch. Got out of bounds with 7 seconds to go. A timeout still in their pocket. And there's a conversation going on across the way now. What's the...
Coach Justice on the AG side of the field. No, I'm sorry. Let me give my binoculars. No, there's a heavy discussion.
I think it probably has to do with the clock. I did see that the clock was running a little bit, but it's 7 seconds to go.
7.8.
With the ball sitting at the 4-yard line. So Albert Gallatin trying to put something on the board here late. They'll probably have an opportunity for at least 2 more plays with that timeout. And
AG's done a nice job of mixing up the pass and the run. They've been primarily run, and Moody, from our scouting report, has 50% of the runs. Now the official's coming over to talk to Coach Just.
He's going to explain to him what he was being adjusted or talked about across the way, and I think they're talking about the clock, but there's really no way for us to know for sure.
I want to take a second here while we're trying to figure this out to get well wishes to Ian Edenfield and say hello to our friend John Kazarek, who we'd like to see back up here in the booth. They're still talking to Just. Now they're
going to come out on the field and say,
let's play.
Everything's okay.
Let's go. Play ball.
Now that you guys both had your opportunity to say something, we're not going to do anything.
We're not going to change it. Oh, they put 0.2 of a second on after all that.
0.2 of a second after all. It went back to 8 seconds. So
was that worth it?
Probably not. Here is Moody. Now he's going to roll left. Look, he cuts it up in the middle, and he's going to get into the end zone.
Wow. For
the Albert Gallatin touchdown. Great athletic play there that time by Hunter Moody. Clearly wanted to throw the ball out into the left flat. Pierce is down. And that is not, no, that's Boyle. I'm sorry, it's 21. Boyle is down on the play as he took the hit by Hunter Moody going into the end zone. And not something you want to see, as the Mustangs have been struck by the injury bug the entire season. And another athletic player in Lucas Boyle down on the field. But back to the play, Moody just took it in from about 4 yards out for the touchdown. And we're going to take the opportunity here to take a break on the South Union Township Sports Network for this injury timeout with 2.6 seconds to go here in the second. We're back with 2.6 seconds to go, and the training staff still dealing with Lucas Boyle down at the goal line as he was injured on the touchdown run by Hunter Moody.
He's coming off.
Taking it in for Albert Gallatin to cut the lead for Laurel Highlands to 35-20. On for the extra point try is Cody Riggin for Albert Gallatin. And coming off with assistance is Lucas Boyle, favoring that right knee. So we hate to see him take any kind of a problem. And now it's a fake kick, and it's taken in for the 2-point conversion around the right side. It was a direct snap, I believe, to the kicker on the up.
42.
Number 42, Damon Tolbert.
Tolbert just took it in from the right side for the 2-point conversion.
He's the punter, Gary, and I believe the holder, and he just faked it.
Took it around the right side as the Mustangs were very aggressive on the rush for the 2-point conversion, and that now makes it Laurel Highlands 35, Albert Gallatin 22. We'll be back with the kickoff with 2.6 seconds to go here in the first half Laurel Highlands 35, Albert Gallatin 22. Quickly back now here on the South Union Township Sports Network as Riggin will tee it up as the Albert Gallatin Colonials have cut the Mustang lead to 13.
Well, if you're Laurel Highlands, you don't want AG believing that they can beat you, because it's a funny thing when people have confidence.
And momentum has shifted 2 or 3 times in this first half. It's been a long first half with all kind of action back and forth, balls in the air all over the place. Albert Gallatin showing the ability to put points on the board here tonight. Here's the kick, and it's a little squibber down the field, picked up there by Campbell at the 40. And that's going to be the last play of the first half as he holds on. Brought down at the 42-yard line. That's going to do it for the first half. Our halftime score, Laurel Highlands 35, Albert Gallatin 22. Back with halftime activities here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
I'm going to go out and go to a restaurant and eat it. Yeah, already.
Welcome back to Mustang Field. Gary Frankhauser along with Rick Frank and Jerry Dupay. The Mustangs' halftime lead is 35-22 over the Albert Gallatin Colonials. It has not been easy for the Mustang defense, but the Mustang defense did strike first with just 14 seconds into the first half. On the first play of the game, Hunter Moody went back to pass and was hit squarely by a blitzing Jimmy Pierce. Recovering the fumble was Chad Petrus, taking it in for the 6-0 lead. The lead's kick was good, and it was 7-0 very quickly. Mustangs added on with a pass by Jimmy Pierce to Christian Jones at 5:40 of the second quarter. A 5-yard pass, leads a kick good again, and it was 14-0. However, Albert Gallatin came back with just 2 minutes to go in the first. Hunter Moody to Luke Dice, a 35-yard pass. The kick was blocked, and it was 14-6 at that time. With about 25 seconds to go, we say that because the clock went out. We had no electricity. We're guessing at the time. So about 25 seconds to go was a 5-yard Jarvis Cruz run that made the Mustang lead 21-6 after the Leitza kick. At the beginning of the second quarter, though, Albert Gallatin came back on a Hunter Moody quarterback keeper from a half-yard out to put the Albert Gallatin on the Colonials on the board again, making it 21-14. The 2-point run by Hunter Moody added the 2-point conversion at that time. At the 7:02 mark, Hunter Sloboda went in on a 3-yard sweep around the left side. Again, the Sloboda kick made it 28-14 at that time. Pierce hit Livingston on a 53-yarder with 2 minutes to go, and it looked like the Mustangs were on their way at 35-14. But Albert Gallatin, not to be deterred, took the next kickoff and went the length of the field with 0.2 seconds to go. Moody went in from 4 yards out. And on the fake extra point, a 2-point conversion run by Tolbert. That's our halftime score, 35-22. And Rick, we've been back and forth up and down this field. You got to have some big numbers on that stat sheet.
Yeah, this game's been a lot of fun to watch for Laurel Highlands. Jimmy Pierce is 10 for 12 for 132 yards with 2 passing touchdowns. The receptions, Jones has caught 2 for 19 yards and a touchdown. Boyle, 3 catches for 28, and Livingston 4 catches for 79, including a 53-yard crazy touchdown where he bounced off some players and they had probably 40 yards after catch. And probably the big defensive play was 12 seconds in when Chad Petrus scored a touchdown. Pierce on the ground, 3 carries for 24 yards. Cruz, 6 carries for 64 and a touchdown. Jones, 7 for 32 yards. And Boyle, 3 carries for 29 yards. Spread out pretty well there for Laurel Highlands. For Albert Gallatin, the big story was them going to the air and being able to move the ball downfield. Hunter Moody, 11 completions of 20 attempts for 211 yards and a touchdown. Moody was the primary runner, 12 carries for 29 yards and 2 touchdowns. Receptions, Carney had 5 catches of 127 yards. He's averaging 25 yards a catch in this game. Embacher, 2 catches for 26 yards. Total yards for Albert Gallatin, 250 yards to 315 yards for the Mustangs. That's a lot of yardage for the first half of a high school football game. It's been exciting.
Track meet at the Mustang Field, and we're going to look forward to some important action on the Mustang side here in the second half. As we said in the pregame, the Mustangs needing a win to get into the WPIAL playoffs, and Albert Gallatin is saying, not so easy, Mustangs. We'll be back with the second half after this on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Central Cab Coach USA has been providing the highest quality motor coach charter and tour service to our community for over 39 years. Under the leadership of Dave Mansberry, President and General Manager, our experienced and professional drivers log over 3 million miles per year in our fleet of 57 modern motor coaches. Each coach offers plush interior with reclining seats, DVD players, and are all air-conditioned and restroom equipped. Central Cab is proud of their excellent safety record and has been awarded the highest rating from the United States military and federal Department of Transportation. Central Cab Company is the exclusive transportation provider for the athletic programs at West Virginia University, W&J College, Waynesburg University, and Marshall University, as well as the Washington Wild Things. Central Cab Tours can also plan your vacation. Call today to receive a copy of our tour brochure. With 53 tours ranging from day trips to Pittsburgh to a 9-day cross-country excursion, you are sure to find the perfect getaway. Don't forget to race to the back of our tour brochure for a look at the exciting NASCAR tours we offer. Central Cab Tours can also customize a group tour package for your organization or help with your fundraising goals. Call our staff to learn more. Remember, Central Cab Company will focus on the details so you can focus on the fun.
Welcome back to Mustang Field. We got a ball game, 35-22. The Mustangs with the lead, and the Mustangs will have the first possession of the second half. Little injury report. We don't see Lucas Boyle out on the field. Looks like Karwatsky's out there deep along with Cruz and Livingston. So the Mustangs will receive as Albert Gallatin sets it up for the kick. Cody Riggin, and once again the Mustangs will have to be on the guard, and there it is, the onside kick and grab there at the 45-yard line. I was just about to come out of my mouth, onside kick, and they do.
They had a lot of the hands team out there, Gary, but again they didn't seem to react very quickly on that.
Makita jumped on it after the fourth bounce, but you're right, they had just one guy able to pick that off, and that sets up the Mustangs with good field position at the 45-yard line.
Coach Embacher's bringing everything he can.
Here's Pierce now handing off to Cruz. He's got room around the left side to the 40, 35 into Albert Gallatin territory, knocked out of bounds across the way by, I think that was Kopus on the tackle down to the 32-yard line. Mustang first down. Pick up 5, 10, 15, 23 yards on the carry.
That's it, 23.
Pierce is out there. 21.
Boyle is out there now. Looks like he has that right knee wrap, so he's in motion. Good to see him back out there up the middle this time and knocked back. That is
Sloboda has the ball.
Wow, I missed that whole exchange of play there. Sloboda took it on the inside handoff from the 32-yard line down to the 14-yard line.
It's pretty easy to miss that with that reverse pivot that Jimmy Pierce does.
So that was an 18-yard pickup. by Sloboda.
Quick 51 yards in 2 plays.
All the way down to the 14-yard line. 2 plays, Mustangs on the charge. Here's a pass out here to Sloboda, and that's another backwards pass. He's got to get on it, and I've said that all along, Rick. I don't like that backwards pass, and that's exactly why. It's a lateral. I mean, it does allow him to be able to throw it, but that's rare, and that's going to be a huge loss as the Mustangs had great momentum going in on 2 plays, picking up big yardage. Now it's going to be 2nd down and 18. Now Pierce is going to hand it off up the middle, and that is Cruz, I believe, down to the 15. So he picks up that 9 yards that were lost on the last play, bring up 3rd down and 11.
Well, Coach Just is coming out with some fire. He has his team they made adjustments, and it looks like they're working right now.
3rd down and 11. Big play for the Mustangs. Try to make this a 4th down play, and that's inside Livingston. Bounce off tacklers again.
Wow.
The pinball wizard, Livingston, just catches it and ricochets off 2 Albert Gallatin players in for the Mustang touchdown from 15 yards out.
Well, Jimmy Pierce, he delayed there for a second and allowed Chad to make his break and threw a strike. You know,
Pierce to Livingston, touchdown. Looks like offside, but no call, and now the kick is blocked. So unable to convert on that extra point as the Mustangs come out on their first possession and score, now making it Laurel Highlands 41, Albert Gallatin 22. Right back on the South Union Township Sports Network after these messages.
Ted Sova Body and Fender Repair, LLC, is proud to be a sponsor of the South Union Township Sports Network. They have been serving the area with quality work and integrity for more than 40 years, and they would like to again thank their past customers and look forward to serving new customers as well. Ted Sova Body and Fender Repair, LLC, works with all insurance companies and provides assistance with car rental arrangements that coordinate with the auto repair work. The rental company will meet with you at our facility to accommodate your rental needs. As a member of the DuPont Assurance of Quality program, our refinishes are guaranteed and all repairs have a lifetime warranty as long as the customer owns the vehicle. Ted Sova Body and Fender Repair, LLC, clearly recognizes and understands the current and ever-changing atmosphere that exists in today's collision repair and insurance industries. So please contact Ted Sova Body and Fender Repair, LLC, located at Atlas Road in Hopwood. That's Ted Sova Body and Fender Repair, LLC, offering complete collision service for both domestic and foreign vehicles for more than 40 years. For more information, please stop by or call us at 724-437-2351. We care about the environment. We've always been an eco-friendly facility, and we are currently going through the process of being recognized by the U.S. EPA's Design for the Environment program.
For all of your auto body needs, come to Ted Sova Body and Fender Repair, because there is a difference.
So please contact Ted Sova Body and Fender Repair, LLC, located at Atlas Road in Hopwood. That's Ted Sova Body and Fender Repair, LLC, offering complete collision service for both domestic and foreign vehicles for more than 40 years. For more information, please stop by or call us at 724-437-2351.
So the Mustangs strike on their first possession of the second half, extending the lead out to 19 now, 41-22, and Lisa will be on for the kick to send it down for Albert Gallatin's first possession of the second half. It's going to be interesting to see if the Mustangs made any corrections on defense. This is Embarker at the 20-25 on the sideline and pushed out of bounds at about the 32-yard line.
That was Ryan Fike on the tackle. Gary, that drive was 5 plays, 55 yards.
With one negative play for 9 yards. So 4 positives, 1 negative, touchdown.
Albert Gallatin begins first and 10.
Albert Gallatin will begin first and 10 at their own 32-yard line. Mustang will be facing the potent deep pass attack that Albert Gallatin featured in the first half, and it's hard to imagine that Albert Gallatin hasn't won a game the way they played this game. And there's a handoff inside. The Mustangs all over the running back for Albert Gallatin, number 40, Cruz White. He's pushed back there by 3 Mustangs, led by number 5, Dakota Makita, and helped by Jones.
AG came to play tonight, Gary. It's not like Laurel Highlands played horribly. They just didn't defend some of those long passes very well.
And they're very athletic, so things to come for Albert Gallatin. Moody in the pistol. Fakes the handoff, looking deep again, has his man open, and now here's the play, and here's the flag once again as Sloboda just doesn't get his head around. And what's the call going to be?
We've got a Carney, we have a penalty flag.
Where's the flag?
Secondary.
And it's probably going to be holding against the Mustangs, and just got to get sight of that ball as it's coming down the field. You got to get your head around and make the play defensively, but there's what's a call, holding on a defense.
Sloboda comes off the field, but you're right, Gary. He has pretty good coverage. He just doesn't get his head around. It's not like he's getting beat.
So that's going to be a 10-yard penalty, but I don't think it's a first down. So it's going to be 2nd down and 1, I believe.
Take the ball to around the 40.
And that is correct. 2nd and 1 at the 41-yard line. 9:47 to go. Mustangs scoring on their first possession to make it 41-22 here in the second half. And it's going to be a run up the middle. No, it's going to be kept by Moody around the right side. Quarterback keeper close to the first down. Looks like he will have it.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Mark is at the 42, right at the 42. The white hat signals first down, Albert Gallatin.
Albert Gallatin.
Aided by the 10-yard defensive holding penalty. Mustangs playing 3 down men and 5 linebackers with 3 defensive secondary personnel, 1 deep safety, cornerbacks on both sides that are pretty much one-on-one coverage all night. And here's the fake handoff, Moody around the left side this time, and he's going to be hit by Eisler right at the line of scrimmage, brought down for a short gain of about 1.5. Brandon Eisler just caught the cutback there by Moody.
For the benefit of the WMBS listeners, Laurel Highlands had 313 yards of total offense. The AG had 250 yards. Hunter Moody had 211 yards in the air, 11 for 20 for a touchdown. Those are pretty good stats for an 0-8 team.
Coming in with just 9 seconds to go on the play clock. Late arriving with the play down to 6 seconds now. They might not get this off.
Better hurry.
3, 2, 1. Nope, they do not get it off. Where's the flag? They didn't flag. There it is. I think they're going to call motion, though, instead of the delay. As Albert Gallatin got in late with the play. And it looked like the play clock ran out, but there was no flag from the deep secondary officials where you would usually see that delay coming from. So what do we have? It's a false start against Albert Gallatin.
Yeah, well, the Laurel Highlands line came across, and the snap was low and was on the ground, Gary. I think Hunter Moody was kind of glad that there was a 5-yarder because I think he was going to lose 5 anyway with that ball on the ground.
Takes it back to the 39-yard line. 2nd down and 13 now for Albert Gallatin. Look for Moody to go to the air now. He's going to keep it, and is going to be hit by Pierce first, and now also Petrus in there on the tackle.
No, number 2 had it.
It looked like number 2 was in there in a Wildcat,
yeah.
So coming in quickly without us catching that was Devin Carney on the Wildcat carry, and he's going to lose 2 yards. So good heads-up defense there by the Mustangs. recognizing Devin Carney coming in the Wildcat formation. And you got to believe with his athletic ability, they put him in for a reason, not to decoy anything. So now we got a timeout that's going to be called by Albert Gallatin as the play clock once again was winding down to 1 second. And Albert Gallatin will take their first timeout, which will allow us to take a timeout here on the South Union Township Sports Network and WMBS.
Good luck to the Laurel Highlands Mustang football team from the Laurel Highlands Football Boosters.
Here we go, Mustangs, here we go. 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 Who are you rooting for?
Back on WMBS and the South Union Township Sports Network. We like to advise our radio listeners that the South Union Township Sports Network will televise tonight's game at 6 o'clock on Sunday, November the 1st, and at 7 o'clock on Tuesday, Election Day. So you could pick up that on Atlantic Broadband Cable. Here's Moody going straight back. As quick out now to Carney at the 45, and he's going to push tacklers to the 47-yard line. Livingston and Makita on the coverage, and slow to get up there is Carney. Looks like he had a cramp in the first half. It might have been a recurrence of that cramp. Going to bring up 4th down and 7 for Albert Gallatin. Doesn't look like they're going to punt. They still have that offensive team out there, and why not? 0-8. Trailing by 19 with 7:15 to go here in the third. Moody in the pistol, has receivers to both sides. He's going to look for the pass over the middle, and it's going to be caught, and down the left side is Carney, and he's going to have the first down inside the Mustang 35-yard line. Just did a quick out to the 40-yard line. Moody hit him on the cut perfectly. After the catch, he just did a little spinorama inside for the extra yards down to the 35-yard line.
You know, Carney's been on that left side, and they've been they started double teaming him at the beginning of the second quarter, and that's sort of slowed him down, but now not even the double team slowing him down.
He's out now.
He just went to the sideline. I think he was experiencing that cramp, and coming in will be Kopus going wide to the right.
By the way, here's a little, Jimmy Pierce came off the field holding his shoulder, and looks like Karwatsky's warming up now taking a few
Moody's
snaps.
going to be deep in the backfield, and he's going to be dropped for a loss all the way back to the 45-yard line. Sprinting in there, Jacob Dukeman for the Mustangs from his left linebacker position takes Moody down for a huge sack back to the 44-yard line. Loss of 11 on the play. Loss of 8 on the play. It's going to make it 2nd down and 18 from the 48-yard line. Here comes Carney back into the fray, but he doesn't even make it to the huddle. He's just going to stay out there and be a wide receiver to the right. Livingston picking him up. Here he goes. Going to go right to him. It's going to be picked off. Oh, Campbell put her on the turf. He had it. Let's see what the call is.
Wow.
I think they're going to say he had it, but...
Nope, they give it to AG. So.
Well, it's a fumble, though.
It was a fumble.
He did call the interception as Campbell was started to run back with it. Took it a good 5 or 6 yards and just dropped it.
He got whacked on the arm. So now they're debating whether it was a fumble. He only had it he may have had it for 2 steps.
That might be a change of possession and make it a 1st down. Let's see what they're going to call. So it's going to be an interception by Campbell. He starts running it back. He drops it.
1st down.
Now it's going to be 1st and 10 for Albert Gallatin.
Good call.
They lost
on that,
5
Gary.
yards, and now they have a 1st down. I've never seen that.
I don't think that's the way Coach drew it up.
1st and 10 now for Albert Gallatin at the 46-yard line. This will be Moody up the middle. He keeps and he pushes forward for a nice gain down to the 38-yard line, gain of about 8. So a break for Albert Gallatin when it looked like Campbell had clear sailing to the end zone on that interception, just dropped the ball.
Moody's
He gets credit for the interception.
quarterback's limping.
I don't think he really cares about that, but
Quarterback's limping.
Moody's now limping as he was hit hard, and he is having a struggle getting up to his position in the pistol position behind the center. With 2nd down and 3, he's going to hand it off inside, and no, he's going to go deep. Another open receiver. Livingston leaps and knocks it away. So Carney had 3 steps behind Livingston, and I think the injury may have contributed to that underthrow that time, Rick, and Livingston was able to make up the time, make up the space, and get inside the receiver to knock it away.
Well, the pocket was collapsing, and I think he had somebody at his feet. Although, Gary, there was a couple plays earlier that we missed that Andy Dykert picked up, that Adam Simon came in as the backup quarterback for a couple of plays, so watch that.
Here's Moody, and he's going to go around left side with 3rd and 3, pick up about 1.5 yards.
Looks like he's a little short.
2, and he's going to be short of the 1st down marker, so another 4th down play. Lucas Boyle on the tackle for the Mustangs, keeping him short of the 1st down. 4th and 1. 4:20 to go here in the 3rd. Mustangs leading 41-22, and a big 4th down play upcoming for Albert Gallatin.
Albert Gallatin has had an amazing time of possession here in the game. It's really been giving Laurel Highlands everything they could handle.
Now you might see him go deep, but here's just Moody going straight ahead, and he's going to have the 1st down inside the 35 as the Albert Gallatin offensive line goes on a quick count and pushes ahead for the 1st down.
At the 35-yard line.
Clock stopped for the movement of the chains with 3:58 to go here in the 3rd. Trudging off the field now, there is Ramsey.
He's limping.
He's limping. He's going to try to walk it off on the sidelines. In at nose tackle now will be Chury.
Well, Moody's a major part of their offense. It'd be a big problem if he came out.
Now the Mustangs looking to try to stop this drive, and a quick pass over the middle. Quick hitter, and there's a
looks
flag.
like a late hit.
I think that's going to be against the Mustangs for roughing the passer. We'll see.
He's limping badly now, Hunter Moody.
Pass was over the middle and caught by number 86, Alex Stoy. Just a quick hitter, and that's going to be a roughing the passer penalty on the Mustangs. A little lack of discipline that time that's going to add to that gainer by Albert Gallatin and push them way into Mustang territory, probably down close to the 12-yard line.
Well, when Albert Gallatin's been in the red zone, Gary, they've been pretty dominant. The backup quarterback, Adam Simon, is a 6'1", 6'2", 175 sophomore. But Hunter Moody has a lot of experience being a senior. But he was limping badly there after that play.
Let's see who's going to be in a quarterback now. It is Moody. He's going to hang in there. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Going to be handoff around the right side. A hole for the fullback for Albert Gallatin, number 45. Cody Riggin, I'm sorry, that's 48, Luke Dice. And he picks up a nice gain on 1st down of about 6 yards down to the 9-yard line.
And we have a player down.
Another player down, and this is an Albert Gallatin player and an injury timeout. We're going to step aside now on WMBS and the South Union Township Sports Network. It's Laurel Highlands 41, Albert Gallatin 22, with Albert Gallatin threatening. Right back after these messages. like the AG squad is on one knee across the way, and there hasn't been much movement by Luke Dice as he is still on the turf, and now he's brought to his feet, but he is being aided by two members of the training staff, and
hey, Gary,
it's like he's going to be doubtful for the rest of the game, Rick.
I can tell you one thing. Hunter Moody's, he's limping, he's gimping, but he's out there. If I'm a senior, this is my last game because you know that you're not going to be able, you're not going to the playoffs. You'd be out there too, wouldn't you?
Give him a lot of credit. He's gotten it out. 2nd down and 4 from the 9-yard line. Moody's going to go back, looking to his right, rolling, now throwing the throwback pass, and it's knocked away at the last second by Petrus. Just too much air under that. The throwback pass as Moody rolled all the way to his right, almost to the sideline, tried to throw it all the way back across the field to the left side to his fullback. Let me see who that was. I think it was Cody Riggin.
He's definitely favoring his right leg. He was rolling right, and he just couldn't get himself set, and so he chucked it.
Petrus knocked it
went way
down.
up. He gave Petrus time to get there.
3rd and 4. Here's the run off the left side, and there's a good push inside the 5-yard line. Another push by the Albert Gallatin offensive line. It looks like that's going to be a 1st down on the carry that time. Trying to pick up these.
13.
Number 13, that's Embacher.
They've been a force inside the 20-yard line, Gary.
Mustangs defense just has no answer so far. This drive has consumed about 6 minutes for Albert Gallatin. Mustangs scored at the 10:38 mark and make it almost 8 minutes that they've had the ball. Aided by a couple penalties. Now here's a handoff to the left side, and that's Embacher trying to get in, but he's going to be hit right at the line of scrimmage. Good defense that time.
24-3.
Swartz on the tackle, as well as number 24, Mickens. Also there, Keyshawn Ramsey. So Ty Mickens and Swartz pushing back of about a half a yard. 2nd down and goal from the 4.5-yard line.
Somebody watched this game, Gary, and didn't know the records of these teams. You wouldn't say that AG's 0-8 tonight.
This is going to be in the air. I can almost promise you that. There he goes. Hunter Moody back. He has a man open deep, and it's going to be what?
Intercepted.
Intercepted by Laurel Highlands.
25.
Number 25, Livingston, in the back of the end zone. It was a jump ball. 2 Mustangs and Kearney back there for the Albert Gallatin Colonials, and coming up with it, back there, and it was number 86, Alex Stoy, and Livingston just was able to go higher than everyone else and pull that one down for the crucial interception for the Mustangs at 1:29 to go here in the 3rd.
He was triple teamed, but you can still tell that Moody could not get any zip on that ball. He could not step into the pass, and it floated again.
So the Mustangs will take over, and I believe this is Watts. No, that's Pierce back in there, and he handled it to Jones back in there, number 10. And he takes it out to the 40-yard line for a 19-yard out to the 39, 19-yard run by Christian Jones. And they alternate back and forth, so we have to pay attention as to who's actually in the game. And that was Jones this time for a 19-yard gain. Mustangs getting big chunks on there when they have the ball. They just haven't had the ball. Now this is Pierce. He's into the secondary, tripped up all the way into Albert Gallatin territory, and a flag comes in late. And I'm afraid this is going to be against Laurel Highlands as Pierce took it all the way down to the 37-yard line. But a flag came in after Pierce had already gone past the entire defense. One of the Mustangs found it necessary to trip someone.
Shoestring.
No, they're going to call it on the Albert Gallatin. I saw that play, and it's going to be a personal foul on Albert Gallatin. So maybe I saw the second reaction.
There you go.
And not the first.
Shoestring tackle there by Willie Himes. There were 2 other guys that could have wrapped Pierce up. Maybe Pierce is tough to tackle, but just got his shoelaces.
That's going to push
Wow,
it way
it's a
down
15-yarder.
into Albert Gallatin territory. So 2 plays, and the Mustangs have it once again deep in Albert Gallatin territory at the 20-yard line. Pierce in the pistol. Goes back 3 steps, looking into the end zone, lofts it for Livingston, and he goes up over everybody again for the touchdown.
20-yard pass right
20-yard
over.
pass. He just throws it up and knows that there's a mismatch out there as Chad Livingston just goes high into the air and picks it off above the defender for the Mustang touchdown. Just adding to those statistics, Pierce and Livingston here for the Mustangs tonight makes it 47-22, and it looks like the Mustangs will try to go for 2 with 53 seconds to go here in the third. Pierce in the pistol, quick pitch out. This is going to be Sloboda, and I don't think he got in. He does
No,
not.
he did not.
Number 1.
I'm not sure.
I'm sorry, that was McClusack giving an opportunity. Number 1 on that play, and he was not able to get in for the 2-point conversion. So that's going to leave our score at Laurel Highlands 47, Albert Gallatin 22. We'll be back after this break on WMBS and the South Union Township Sports Network.
Good luck to the Mustangs from the South Union Township Supervisors, Rick Vernon, Jason Scott, and Robert Schiffbar.
Back on the South Union Township Sports Network as the Mustangs take a little bit of control here in the third quarter, scoring on 2 possessions. The Pierce to Livingston show continues to roll. A 15-yard passing catch for a touchdown and a 20-yard passing catch for a touchdown. Here's the kick by Litza, taken by Embacher, and he can't find it at the 29, and he's going to have to jump on it at the 18-yard line. So the kickoff by Litza bounces around, and Embacher had to jump on it there at the 18-yard line, which will push AG back inside the 20-yard line with 49 seconds to go here in the third quarter. AG needing an answer now, trailing 47-22. Mustangs taking a little bit of control here in the third quarter, scoring on both of their possessions. Look for AG to try to air it out here again. Mustangs looking to blitz this time. And here's a handoff up the middle and nowhere to go as that Mustang front 5 stops the ball carrier for Albert Gallatin. That was Tolbert. Knocked there by Chury, as well as the middle of the Mustang defense, Ramsey. Linebackers, Petrus.
Stop by number 77, Brandon Chury.
Brandon Chury getting some impressive action here on defense. Sack already and a couple tackles. 2nd and 10. Speed sweep to the left, and he's going to be mauled out there by Swartz behind the 15-yard line, back to the 14-yard line. Just great penetration there by Jake Swartz. Read that play from the get-go, the speed sweep to the left. That's going to end the third quarter of action with our score, Laurel Highlands 47, Albert Gallatin 22. We'll step aside and be back with the fourth quarter right after this on WMBS and the South Union Township Sports Network.
Tonight's game is being brought to you in part by State Representative Tim Mahoney of the 51st Legislative District. With offices in Uniontown and Chalk Hill, Representative Mahoney is dedicated to providing the best leadership and quality representation to his constituents. He can be reached at 66A Lebanon Avenue in Uniontown, 724-438-6100, and in Chalk Hill at 2925 National Pike, 724-437-2521. Good luck to all of the area teams from State Representative Tim Mahoney of the 51st Legislative District.
On WMBS and the South Union Township Sports Network from the Mustang Corral. The Mustangs needing a victory to punch their ticket to the WPIAL playoffs, leading Albert Gallatin 47-22. Albert Gallatin will have it 3rd down and 15, way back at the 13-yard line. Hunter Moody in that pistol formation. He's going to step back and look deep. Down the middle, there's a man trying to get it, and reaching and diving, unable to pick it off was Carney. He was covered there by Livingston. And Livingston running stride for stride.
By number 25, Chad Livingston.
Fourth down here on the South Union Township Sports Network. Punt team on for the Colonials. Tolbert in punt formation. May look for the fake here. There's a flag, and the punt gets away. A little contact back there. No flag around the punter, and that takes a Mustang bounce at about the 25-yard line.
That'll be short.
But there's a flag on the play.
Where are they spotting that ball, Gary?
It was out at the 25-yard line.
Is it a 12-yard punt?
Yeah, it was good pressure by the Mustangs, and it looked like some contact.
Illegal procedure.
Illegal procedure against the Colonials. It was probably too many men on the line of scrimmage. That's going to be declined, and the punt turns out to be about a 10-yard punt. The Mustangs will take over at the 25-yard line. That ball just kind of shanked out to the left. Looked like one of my chip shots, Rick.
Well, that's not the time to have one of those 12-yarders deep in your own territory. You want to give your defense something to hold on to.
Mustangs with a golden opportunity here now to add on to that 47-22 lead with 11:48 to go here in the game and the season.
By the way, Chad Livingston over 100 yards tonight with 2 touchdowns.
Double tight end this time, and it's going to be inside handoff reverse to Boyle, round the right side, cuts inside the 10 to the 5, and he's going to be drugged down at about the 5, maybe the 6-yard line, all the way across the field at the pylon. Try to pick up who made the tackle there for Albert Gallatin. Getting up slowly. I think that's Carney.
2, yeah.
It is Carney.
I didn't see the tackle, but I do know that Bobanovich and Livingston had great blocks downfield.
That inside reverse has worked a couple times for the Mustangs. This is Pierce off the left side. He's going to go in for the Mustang touchdown, but a flag, and I think that's going to come back. Jimmy Pierce scores from the 6. A flag coming in from the referee, and it's a holding call against the Mustangs. Easy run by Jimmy Pierce along the left side, and it looked like the flag came on the right side, which once again an unnecessary penalty, but the referee saw it, he called it. It's a 10-yard step back for the Mustangs, and now it's going to be 1st and goal from the 16. Well, they only moved it to the 13. That's a little curious. So it must have been the point of the foul at the 3-yard line. So 1st and goal from the 13. Pierce. Handoff inside. This is Christian Jones in for the Cruz. They got me again, Rick. It's Cruz off the left side. He had come in on this series and just went untouched from 13 yards out. Again, beautiful ball handling by Jimmy Pierce. Albert Gallatin had no idea who had that ball, and he goes across the left side tackle for the touchdown. Litza on and drives it, pulls it left. A little bit of a bad snap, good pressure by Albert Gallatin, so the kick is no good. with 11:24 to go now here in the fourth quarter. It's Laurel Highlands 53, Albert Gallatin 22. Back with continuing action here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Centers for Rehab Services, CRS, a part of UPMC and the Center for Sports Medicine, is a proud sponsor of the South Union Township Sports Network and its coverage of area youth sports. Make Centers for Rehab Services your choice for all of your physical and occupational therapy needs. CRS, located at 160 Wayland Smith Drive, provides physical therapy, occupational therapy, work injury programs, and hand therapy. Valuing patient satisfaction is one of their highest priorities. Centers for Rehab Services offers a patient-centered environment where each patient has an individualized treatment plan developed for their specific needs. They are experts in helping you recover from injuries, increase strength, and build endurance. CRS professionals have become highly skilled through a strong commitment to continuing education and advanced certifications to ensure the most cutting-edge and cost-effective treatment for their patients. Jim Burns, a lifetime Uniontown area resident, is a licensed physical therapist and facility director of the Uniontown location, as well as a field faculty instructor for Duquesne University and for the University of Pittsburgh School of Physical Therapy. He invites you to stop by his state-of-the-art location and discuss your rehabilitation needs. Center for Rehab Services is participating with most insurance plans, including all Highmark products, UPMC Health Plan, and Medicare. Available 5 days a week and offering extended hours for patient convenience. Patients are seen within 24 to 48 hours and walk-ins are always welcome. Patients may also be seen through direct access, which does not require a physician's prescription. CRS worked with physicians and other healthcare providers to help you find relief, live your life again, and get you back into the game. For more information, call CRS at 724-437-7500. Where you treat for physical therapy is always your choice, so ask for Centers for Rehab Services. It's your health, it's your choice.
Welcome back once again. 11:24 to go here in the fourth. Laurel Highlands now stretching that lead out to 53-22. Mustangs taking complete control here in the second half.
Definitely.
As Litza does the run up and the kick. This is going to be Embacher at the 15. Tries to go around the right side, looks for blockers. Now he's going to be hemmed in at about the 25-yard line. Tackle there by Salvini, Eisler, and coming out of there at the bottom of the pile, number 12, Ryan Fike. Made a couple tackles on special teams here tonight, Rick.
Yeah, Laurel Highlands made some adjustments in halftime, and it's been their half, really. They're the ones that had the momentum the whole time, but it swung back and forth in the first half. But this half, it's been Laurel Highlands buckling down.
That deep passing attack by Albert Gallatin has been unable to connect here in the second half. They've tried it 3 or 4 times and did gain a pass interference call on one of the attempts, but so far no deep completions. Handoff inside now to number 40 for Albert Gallatin, pushing tacklers out over the 35 to the 36-yard line. Nice run that time by Cruz White as he goes off left tackle for a nice gain of 11 yards on that play for a Albert Gallatin first down.
It's number 40, Cruz White for the Colonials.
And now we have a conversation. Let's see what we got. Anything just changing balls?
That's it.
That's it. Clock running at 11:02 to go now. Breaking out of the huddle for Albert Gallatin. Still in there, quarterback number 11, the senior Hunter Moody. Hands off inside again to White, and he's going to be hit at about the 38-yard line, about a 1-yard gain. Coming up to make the tackle for the Mustangs. Looked like Cruz coming from his safety position. along with the right side of that defense, Campbell. Chad Petrus also in on the tackle, 2nd and 9. Second and 9. Moody sets the man in motion. Now hands it off inside again, and the Mustangs will secure the tackle after about a 2-yard gain. Hand off again inside. That was White again, this time for 2 yards.
Gary, you got to think that Coach Embacher would rather go to the air. They really need the points and have needed them all half. But with Moody gimped up like that, I don't think he really has a choice but has to stay on the ground.
3rd down and 7. I'll bet you he goes to the air here, Rick. Moody in the pistol. He's going to go straight back. Now he's rolling right, looking for someone to throw to. Tries to loft it over to Embacher again, and just a little too far. Embacher broke away from Petrus and had an opportunity to make the catch at about the 45-yard line of the Mustangs. That's going to bring up 4th down and 7.
And Embacher's limping back to the huddle.
Slowly trying to get back to that huddle, as it looks like Albert Gallatin's going to go for it here with 9:18 to go now on a stop clock. Ball at their own 39-yard line. Here they go. 4th and 7. Moody with wide receivers to both sides. Sidecar to his right. Rolling right. Being pressured. Gets it in the middle, and that's going to be incomplete. There's no flag. And that's going to be 1st down Mustangs as the ball falls incomplete. Moody rolled to his right and tried to throw back on a little tight end drag to his tight end Stoy, and that was covered nicely by the Mustang defense. It falls incomplete. Mustangs will take over at the 39-yard line of Albert Gallatin, leading 53-22. Karwatsky in a quarterback, Rick.
Quarterbacking for Laurel Highlands now is number 14.
That's the right thing to do on many levels.
Karwatsky will hand off inside. I think this is Savini. It is. Breaks outside to the 30, 25-20. Pushed out of bounds at about the 12-yard line by Embacher, but P.J. Savini streaking off left side all the way down to the 11-yard line.
Nice 28-yard pickup.
28-yard run by Savini. Fresh legs into the game.
Sabini's been great off the bench this year. He's been a solid bench guy.
Karwatsky in the pistol with Savini behind him. It's going to be Savini again up to middle. No, Karwatsky keeps it around left side, and he's going to be hit at the 10. So short gain. Good defense that time by Albert Gallatin. Stopped there by the Albert Gallatin right side, Cruz White.
Albert Gallatin, Cruz White. And number 28, Willie High.
2nd and 9 at the 10-yard line.
Coach Just is going to want to use all this clock. He may go to the air, but probably it'll be very limited.
He's got Litza on the sideline, and he would like to see him get an opportunity to kick a field goal. That might be an important weapon come playoff time. Late arriving into the game there, streaking down to be the wideout was number 30, Jacob Dukeman, and this is going to be off the right side. Savini picking up about 3, down to the 7-yard line. 3rd and 6 to go. Clock running now with 8 minutes to go here in the 4th. Substitutions coming in on both sides of the ball. Albert Gallatin sending in defensive substitutions. The Mustangs with the backup quarterback Karwatsky and running backs Savini as well as Fike in there. Wideouts now are Dukeman, and I think that's McClusack also in there in motion. It is Karwatsky on the inside reverse. That's going to be hit for a loss. Nice play that time by number 78, Hunter Masako for Albert Gallatin. Just great penetration He's a big boy, Rick.
Yeah, it's 5'10", 295 pounds of Masaka.
And here it is. Litza now going to try the field goal from the ball placed at the 18-yard line. It'll be a 28-yard attempt.
Not many coaches have confidence in their field goal kickers, but just likes
Litza with a strong leg, and that was a bad snap, but a good hold, and it's pulled to the left. So another bad snap. Karwatski couldn't get that down, and Litza had to kick that, I think, as it was laying sideways on the tee.
It was a pretty good attempt considering that.
So he pulled it left, and Albert Gallatin will take over. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line. No, they'll bring it out to the 20 on the missed field goal. 6:57 to go. Mustangs with the comfortable 53-22 lead. Cody Christopher back in on defense for the Mustangs. Out here, Ryan Fike in the short corner. This will be a inside handoff with some room around the right side. Is Carney. He's going to break loose. Has room down the right sideline. He's going to be out of bounds at the 44-yard line. Had clear sailing down the right sideline, but just stepped out at the 44-yard line. He was gone had he not stepped out.
He slipped right through that both levels of the defense, and he was gone. He put the Jets on.
Holding. Got a holding call as Jerry Dupay, our crack cameraman, spotted that.
Good
one
job,
from
Jerry.
Way downfield, just zoomed right in on that. And we got to give some props to Jerry Dupay also, coming off the sick bed with pneumonia last Sunday. I think his wife wanted to get rid of him. He's out here tonight.
Yeah, well,
said he got a clean bill of health, but
spent 6 hours at the hospital last night. Good job, Jerry.
There's nothing keeping him from this game. Had pushed it back to the 20-yard line. Ball set down at the 19. So after a huge play by Carney, it was for naught, as it'll be 1st and 10 now at the 19-yard. They make it 1st and 11 at the 19. Booty hands off to Carney again. He's got some room. Got one man to beat. He beats him. Got down the left side. He could cut it back at the 40 to the 35. He's running out of gas. Cuts it back again to the 10.
He made it.
Dives into the end zone.
81-yard run.
81-yard by number 2.
And he's laying on the Mustang
Carney.
logo.
He took it 81 yards. And that probably took 25 seconds.
Well, it did, and he also faked out 3 or 4 guys there that were after him.
Changed
left
directions
and then right,
at least 4 times, but gets it into the end zone for the Albert Gallatin touchdown, with the Mustang second-team defense unable to track him down.
Well, they let him get outside, even past the 3rd level of the defense, the backs, and they just couldn't catch him, even though he slowed down.
81-yard run for Carney will certainly add to his statistics. Score now stands 53-28, and Albert Gallatin will go for 2 as they set up at the right hash mark with Moody in the shotgun.
Carney had 127 in the first half, Gary.
Carney looking things over. Moody looking things over.
Carney with 207 yards.
It's going to roll right.
Sorry.
Looking for the throwback. Wide open, deep in the end zone. Does he keep his foot in? No. Out of the end zone. Beautiful play. Well designed, but just getting out of the back of the end zone was Riggin. And that's going to be a incomplete pass out of the back of the end zone, so the 2-point conversion fails. With 6:30 to go, it's Laurel Highlands 53, Albert Gallatin 28. Back after this on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Smith, Lewis & Chess, financial advisors of Uniontown, would like to wish the Laurel Highlands Mustangs football team and their coaches to have a successful season this year. Go Mustangs!
Back once again with the final 6 minutes and 30 seconds of the 2015 Mustang football season, looking to try to extend things into the playoffs, holding on to a 53-28 lead over Albert Gallatin, and Albert Gallatin has already tried 2 onside kicks. He would look for another one here, Rick?
Why not? They came close on both of them.
Mustangs,
do you think they're prepared now? They look at that. They have 10 guys up front now.
They got all receivers, quarterbacks.
You're not going to trick them now. After 4 onside kicks.
This is one you probably pooch about 20 yards and beat them down to the ball.
Right over their heads.
Yeah.
A line of 5, another line of 5, and then one guy deep.
So here comes Riggin. He kicks it deep. This could be Dukeman at the 15 to the 30. Gets it out to about the 33-yard line.
I don't think he really wanted to kick it that deep, Gary. He didn't take a full run at it. Somehow it went a little further than he thought it would, but I think he was trying to do exactly what you said.
Well, it was a smooth swing, and he got more distance out of it.
Hit it on the screws, huh?
Yeah.
Hey, you have to give Coach Embecker credit. He's changed his offense up to the point that he could get some of those momentum swings. It didn't work out in the second half that way, but you have to give the coach of AG credit. He did a nice job so far of keeping his team in the game. Got a little out of hand. They got away from him a little bit after halftime, but he did a nice job coming into this game.
And likewise on the Mustang side, Coach Just making the adjustments he needed to make at halftime to allow for the Mustangs to take control of this game. And the Mustangs will come out with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line with Karwatsky in there, quarterback, Savini at the running back position. 2 receivers to the short side. That looks like Fike as one of the receivers. Karwatsky hands off. No, keeps it around the left side. He's going to have room over the 40 to the 45 and all the way out to the 50-yard line. Will Karwatsky with a nice run from the 33 out to the 50, a 17-yard gallop for Will Karwatsky.
Will's done a nice job also coming off the bench. Got a pretty good head, holds on to the ball, and he's getting some valuable experience he's going to need.
Getting the call now from the right side. The Mustangs will smartly use all of that play clock.
Hey, Jimmy, Gary, you couldn't have a better mentor for him than Jimmy Pierce.
No doubt about that. Karwatsky with 2 tight ends tries to hand it off to Savini, and he does. Gets through the right side for another big gainer inside Albert Gallatin territory to the 36-yard line. Pick up on the play of 14 yards. Savini picks up the 1st and 10.
You know, when you look at the seniors here, Gary, Lucas Boyle, Nick Campbell, Jarvis Cruz, Dylan Grove, Brandon Eisler, Christian Jones, Chad Livingston, Jimmy Pierce. They're going to be, it's going to be, I don't want to say rebuilding. Zach Metler, Logan Miller, Jimmy Pierce, Hunter Sloboda, and Matt Sutsovitz. That's a lot of valuable experience that's going to be gone next year.
Here's Karwatsky around the left side, and he's going to be drugged down for a short gain. Nice defensive play that time by trying to pick it up, number 43, I believe. That's going to be Jacob Nace. 2nd down and 10. Karwatsky once again
by number 43, Jacob Nace.
using all of that play clock. He'll hand it off to Savini this time around the right side. It breaks through the first wave, a gain of about 4, maybe 5.
And stopped again by number 43, Jacob Nace.
Again, tackle on the play there by Jacob Nace. It's going to be 3rd down and 6 for the Mustangs. The clock's now inside 4 minutes and 20 seconds to go as the Mustangs try to hold on to it here with a 53-28 lead over the Albert Gallatin Colonials. Quick pitch out to the left and cutting it up close to the first down, and I think he's going to be a little bit short on the speed sweep left. That was Fike trying to gain that first down yardage. He's going to be a little bit short, 4th down and about 1.5.
4th and 2.
Mustangs will go, and a little bit too quick to the line this time. There's still 18 seconds to go on the play clock, and they pull Albert Gallatin off.
That'll take care of that last 2 yards.
Well, Coach Just maybe said, why can't we do that? We've been caught on it at least 15 to 20 times all year. So
that was probably the strategy, getting up early. They could signal another play in with 18 seconds to go.
Offside on Albert Gallatin, so a change in the cadence by Karwoski gains the first down for the Mustangs.
Nice job for the young man.
So I was complaining about him getting up there too quick, and they obviously had something planned. Start the clock again now. We're at 3:40 to go here in the 4th. Now Coach Just is taking his time getting this play in. Play clock inside of 10 seconds now. Karwoski in the pistol. He's going to go quick pitch right.
It's McClusick.
McClusick around the right side, and he's going to have a nice gain. Gets out of bounds to stop the clock.
There's been a handful of penalties, Gary, but Laurel Highlands has done a much better job tonight with their penalties, particularly defensive encroachment and lining up offsides and a lot of the messy things that screwed them up.
2nd and 2 now. As the clock stopped as McClusick ran out of bounds, so Lisa warming up again on the sidelines, maybe get another chance at a field goal.
McClusick, a sophomore, again getting some experience.
Here's Karwoski. He's going to pitch it to McClusick around the right side. Gains the corner and the first down inside the 10 to about the 14-yard line. So McClusick shows some speed. Looked like he might be caught in the backfield, but able to turn on the jets and get around that right side for the Mustang first down at the 8-yard line.
He was headed at the sideline, Gary, and here's another smart play by an underclassman. He took a step and went back inside, took the hit, but more importantly, kept the clock running.
Karwoski now
maybe he was out of bounds.
The play.
He was out.
Just barely got out of bounds. Hand inside to Savini off the left side, inside the 5-2, touchdown. Number 22, P.J. Savini with the Mustang touchdown. 3:04 to go here in the 4th. Adds to the Mustang lead now, 59-28, and Litsa on for the extra point. Cameron Litsa now trying to get back on track with these extra points. Does get it up and through this time, so the Mustangs now lead 60-28. 3:04 to go here in the 4th. Back with the final 3 minutes here on the South Union Township Sports Network. P.J. Savini about to tee it up, probably for the last time here in the 2015 regular season. Mustangs in complete control now at 60-28 with 3 minutes and 4 seconds to go. Savini will kick it down to Embacher at the 18-yard line. Gets through the first wave, and he's going to be grabbed and pushed back. Not down yet. Now he's down to the ground. Takes it at the 19, out near the 30. Tackle there by Eisler. as well as number 7 for the Mustangs, Rocco Del Verme.
By number 28 for Laurel Highlands, that is Brandon Eisler, and number 7, Rocco Del Verme.
A lot of substitutions now in and out for the Mustangs on defense. A lot of underclassmen getting an opportunity, and Albert Gallatin will do likewise, as number 8 is in at quarterback. That's Adam Simon. There's a ball to turf, as coming through on the run was number 12, Trevin Oliver. Ball hit the turf, but Albert Gallatin able to fall on it there at the bottom of the...
Looks like number 53, Dustin Colbank.
Saves a little bit of a preservation.
Somebody ripped that ball out as he was coming through the line. And you're going to get that from some of those younger guys. They have to learn how to protect that ball.
Clock still running, 2:30 to go now, as Albert Gallatin slowly getting the play in. Coming up to the line with sophomore quarterback Adam Simon, handing it off inside, and tripped up in the line of attack is number 12 for Albert Gallatin. Trevon Oliver picks up about 6.
Ryan Richter,
third down and 3.
I'm sorry, Ryan Richter on the tackle there for Laurel Highlands.
Yeah, pick
27.
up those numbers for me, Rick.
I got to use them with binoculars because my eyes aren't that good.
Minute 50 to go now on a running clock. All the second teamers in, getting an opportunity with the Mustangs in control, 60-28. Headed to the playoffs again here off the right side now from the Wildcat run for the Albert Gallatin Colonials.
Looks like Alex Stoy there on that run on that Wildcat. And he's a big lad too.
So Stoy picking up the first down for Albert Gallatin right at midfield. That's going to stop the clock momentarily as they move the sticks. I can't believe that Albert Gallatin would use any timeouts with our score at 60-28.
As we welcome in the WMBS audience.
Here's the handoff inside, reverse. This time to number 43 for Albert Gallatin, Jacob Nace.
There's a late flag.
Late flag flies in.
Yes, there is.
In there on the tackle for the Mustangs. Looked like Ryan Richter, as well as
personal
pick
foul.
Up those numbers
against Albert Gallatin.
Bobanovich in on defense. Also in on defense, Sheik Desau. Number 6. Connor Basinger in for the Mustangs.
It'll be a 15-yarder.
Jadakiss Collins now getting an opportunity on defense. Streaking out was number 79, John Sabatula. It's a lot of underclassmen getting some.
This is a Wildcat right now.
Mustangs offside as number 27 for the Mustangs, Ryan Richter, just tried to anticipate the snap count just a little too quick, and we're down to 1 minute to go.
We were in the Wildcat. Albert Gallatin was, I'm sorry. Damon Tolbert, who's also the punter, so he's got pretty good hands.
Minute to go, and that'll be an offside call against the Mustangs, which will net 5 yards for the Colonials, setting up second down and 19 from the 41-yard line.
Unless he's their third-string quarterback.
He might be, as he's going to take it off the left side, pushing tacklers ahead, and Mustangs meet him about the 50-yard line. Gain of about 9, maybe 10.
Under a minute to go.
Mustangs in there to knock him down after the 11-yard gain. It's like Nick Howman getting a tackle in there for the Mustangs. Third down and 9 with just 25 seconds to go on a running clock. This is probably going to be the last play
of the Albert Gallatin season.
Well, in for this play is Moody, so look for him to go deep. Where's Carney? Moody came back in, and they are going to go deep. He's looking, lofts it deep into the backfield. Caught at the toe.
He dropped it.
He bobbled it. And who was that?
36. It was number 36, Blake Tolbert.
Had it at the 15-yard line, just could not hold on as he bobbled it going out of bounds.
And the clock stops with 5.4 to go.
So that'll allow Moody another chance to go deep.
He had over 200 yards in the first half. He had 20 in the second half. A little different tale in the second half, but he was a force in the first half.
Those deep passes were really effective for Albert Gallatin in the first half, and Mustangs had 8 men in the box most of the first half with just 3 men deep, and now they'll send their safety valves in, or the prevent defense with 4 defenders 20 yards deep.
Hey, Carney dropped one that would have probably been another 60-yard pass that I don't know if he would have scored or not, but so it would have been that much more yardage. Of course, in the first half, Livingston dropped a couple of balls that were very uncharacteristic of Chad. That a ball over the middle in particular, and on a quick post, and but he was very effective too. Yeah, with a 50-yard touchdown
as
catch.
Well as another touchdown catch and an interception when Albert Gallatin was threatening.
That's right.
Now Albert Gallatin's going to take a timeout with 5.4 seconds to go. And the Mustangs will come over and discuss what they want to do. We'll take a quick 30-second timeout here on WMBS and the South Union Township Sports Network and be back with the conclusion right after this. Here we go, 5.4 seconds to go, 60-28, Mustangs on top. Hunter Moody back in the game. He's going to have 2 receivers to the wide side right, and he's going to look for the flea flicker now. Over the middle, they're going to flick it back now on the lateral at the 40-yard line. The Mustangs have it covered. They're going to lateral it again, but out of bounds. So Albert Gallatin goes to the flea flicker to end the season, end the game, and the Mustangs will walk away with a 60-28 win. We'll be back with playoff action next week.
There we go.
And congratulations to all of the Laurel Highlands seniors, the Albert Gallatin seniors. Our final, Laurel Highlands 60, Albert Gallatin 28. We'll be right back on WMBS and the South Union Township Sports Network to wrap things up. Welcome back to Mustang Field. The Mustangs pull off the much-needed victory over the Albert Gallatin Colonials. The final score 60-28. At halftime, Albert Gallatin had made it interesting with the score 35-22, but the second half was pretty much the Mustangs' way as they came out in their first possession, scored on a Pierce to Livingston 15-yard pass. The kick was blocked, and it was 41-22 at that time. Pierce to Livingston again, the combination that worked all year, a 20-yard passing catch for a 2-point conversion was no good at that time, made it LH 47, Albert Gallatin 22. With 11:24 to go, Jarvis Cruz went in from 13 yards out. The kick was no good. Laurel Highlands 53, AG 22. With the substitutes coming in the fourth quarter, Devin Carney went 81 yards. The 2-point conversion was no good for Albert Gallatin. That was their last score, made it LH 53, Albert Gallatin 28. The final score came at 3:04 to go in the fourth. P.J. Savini went in from 7 yards out. The kick was good by Litza, and that was our final. Laurel Highlands 60, Albert Gallatin 28. This Laurel Highlands game recap on WMBS is brought to you by Jason Scott, the South Union Township Supervisor, working hard for a better quality of life for all residents in South Union Township. Rick, and tonight's game was brought to you as a joint cooperative venture featuring Township Supervisors Bob Schiffbauer, Rick Vernon, and Jason Scott, Atlantic Broadband Cable, Armstrong Cable, and our friends at CUTV, J.R. Wheeler, Gary Smith, and their staff. This has been Gary Frankhauser, Rick Frank, and Jerry Dupay, another South Union Township Sports Network presentation.